Ahi ahi pai, ko makarozanoski aho. And we're on Whakaata Māori's streaming service for the afternoon session of day 2 of the New Zealand Secondary Schools Association track and field competition here in Hiratanga, Hastings. And we're busy. We've got 2 field events that are underway. The senior girls discus are through 4 rounds, taking you to that very shortly. Men's senior boys high jump is well underway, and very shortly we'll be bringing you the 300 metre heats, hurdle heats for the senior girls and then senior boys. With me, our all-round expert, Brianna Stevenson. Kia ora, welcome back.
Kia ora.
And of course we have Kai Short, our te reo expert.
Tēnā koe, Mark.
And our first pictures are from the high jump competition, so we'll bring you up to date with the high jump and the girls discus as soon as we can, and then take you to the track for the first of those heats due off in about 6 minutes time. Just look. Sorry, Brianna, you go.
Yeah, so we had a great high jump competition for the senior girls this morning, so I'm sure the senior boys will be feeling inspired to jump high as our girls did today. We saw an attempt by an athlete from Dannyverk High. We will get his name for you.
William Easton?
Yes, a successful attempt there. Looks like the bar is at 175.
And that was William's second attempt at that. They started at 170. There are some jumpers that are passing at this stage of the competition.
As you can see, the cloud has cleared and the sun is shining here in Heretaunga. Some of our senior girls discus throwers are underway as well. We just saw one of our Cook Island athletes throw 34-31. Stepping into the circle looks like Isabel Toia from Sacred Heart College. A lefty.
Okay.
Not too well versed with discus as an event, but we're missing Kirsten here.
Ai te kōrero mai ia I mua. She was telling us before it's the exact same concept for left hand and right hand throwers, just basically opposites sides, of course, being the foot you step off and whatnot, but she's dropped a lot of knowledge based on her expertise in that form of this kaupapa, which is amazing to have.
Even threw up a quiz for Kai, which he passed with 100% accuracy.
Yeah, getting there.
You were listening.
Learning. We see Charlotte Blake in the circle now. Charlotte is a heptathlete actually, but is a very good thrower. Don't have the discus in the heptathlon, but yeah, she's grown up throwing and has decided to continue pursuing that as an individual event.
Charlotte currently lying third, 39-37 with her 4th round throw, has been her best to date. That was round 5. Led by Carmen Elizabeth Moritz out of Westlake Girls is this competition, and I believe she may have thrown a meeting record, Brianna.
Okay.
So we'll confirm that.
Carmen also our 2024 winner for the senior girls discus, so she'll be looking to hold on to that lead and retain her title. Great throw there from our St Andrews College athlete.
That meeting record doesn't measure up. It has got, I can see now though, it's got meeting record for just about everything. So there's obviously just a little bit of a glitch in the system there, so we'll ignore that. Head back to the high jump, but Carmen Elizabeth Moritz is leading, and I think her best throw to date, 45.65. Ruby Jones currently lying second, and Charlotte Blake third. And we're down to the final 8 throwers there, and into round 5 as we head back to the high jump.
Alright, ko te teitei I tēnei wā, ko te tahi ira wari te kau, 1.80. I think my leaderboard scoreboard here isn't very much loading as much as I wish.
Clear through the first 2 rounds, 170, 175. Ari Kesharia from Burnside High School in Christchurch. Scott Hoban, also out of Canterbury. Shepherd Area School clear through the first 2 as well as we head back to the discus. Marlon Brown, Ashton Robertson, Lennox Jackson all clear. Isaiah Brown 2.
That looked like a great throw from our athlete in the circle there. Try and get a name, but that looked to be well out over the 40-metre mark. Successful attempt there in the senior boys high jump.
Ai tatari tonu ana mō te tawhiti o taua few. Just waiting on the distance on the throw there.
There we can see Carmen in the circle for her 5th round attempt.
Te ua hoki o tērā teitei o te pau. Pretty difficult high rise on the what's it called, the high jump there. Jeepers, losing my vocab at te whānau.
Hibs athlete on the apron. Mare Guthrie Thiel. Comfortable clearance.
Aye, flew over that one.
Flew over that one. Great takeoff and a lot of height for that jumper. Back to the discus. Havelock North athlete, local. Has walked through the front, so that will be a red flag there.
So it's Anna Schmidt, who is currently in 8th.
Just clipped hit with his ankles there, but plenty of height over the bar, so he'll go back to his team and adjust. All I'd say is do it again, just flick your feet.
Local athlete Ryder Markov.
I think that was the hero of that one. He had a beautiful jump. Was in the air for quite long, got over the bar, but I believe just the nip of his hair was the issue with that bar.
Yes.
Didn't realise that would be much of a variable in this stage.
Yeah, it can be. Probably more common in the girls' high jump with ponytails and whatnot.
I think we might be underway in the 300 metre hurdles for senior girls, first heat.
Similar thing happening there for our Lindisfarne College athlete, just a little bit late with the legs, so you can just flick those legs through. He has plenty of height over that bar. As you can see the athlete there just doing a bit of visualization and getting himself into position. Really helps with these technical field events.
Oh, beautifully
and
done.
A great clearance.
Te ahu nei ko tēnei te kai kuki airini, it seems.
This is our long jump winner here. First attempt, beautiful attempt at, we might be on to 180. Asher Robertson with a personal best of 189. A huge personal best in the senior boys long jump today to claim the gold medal. So similar to our other events, the athlete didn't break the plane of the bar, therefore he can go back and attempt it again, but it needs to be within the set time frame per jump, which will be 1 minute per jumper.
Ngā mihi mo tēnā. I was literally just about to ask that question. Ngā mihi.
Marlon Brown it is of Nelson, and he was comfortable in doing that. Interesting situation in this particular high jump. Obviously we've got Asher Robertson, who we have been following out of Hutt International Boys. We also have Ashton Robertson up against him, his rival competitor out of Otago Boys.
That looks like a great improvement there for Charlotte Blake. If our markers are correct, it's looking like a 40 plus throw. Charlotte with a personal best of 40.35. Another successful clearance there. Bear with us as we wait for the live results to load.
Tā tanga nei a Charlotte ki te whai tōna tino. Almost managed to beat her all time. Just barely under the 40 metre mark.
Now we've got the senior boys first heat 300 metre hurdles. I'll give you the results of the senior girls in a moment. I can tell you that Taylor Trow looks to have been the fastest qualifier, 45.29. Gemma Smith, 45.90. Jamie Fell, 46.48. Jade Wilson, India Nash, Grace Fannin, Jetta McKenzie, and Pera Gordon looks to have made the cut-off in 8th for the senior girls 300 metre hurdles. Our apologies, we're not able to bring you that. And the 300 metre hurdles. Final coming up tomorrow afternoon.
Beautiful takeoff there, starting it off and puts it over. Well done. Felt like I was commentating my volleyball game, then puts it over. Jeez, cleared that very nicely. Ko ia rā, timatanga pai o tōna oma, ngana ki te upai ki taua pau, managed to get over with a beautiful start-up.
Jack Brown in the Kaipo High School colours, the blue and the gold, does have a personal best of it, 1.90 metre.
Really nice run up there from our senior boys high jumper.
It was Linus Dunedin from Christchurch Boys. Next up, Adam Landy from El Madina School. Also has a PB of 1.90 metre, which he set this season.
Oh, tōna tata hoki. I could see him visualising how he was going to get over that one. It's just something that I believe a lot of athletes have been doing in this day and age. Well, I guess forever you could say, is visualising it first. Ara ka taia koe ki te tino hia your wants and needs in order to accomplish it come clearer in your head. Would you say that's something that's true?
Absolutely, yeah, it's definitely something that I lean on a lot, and I know a lot of athletes do, not necessarily just in the field of play at competition, but you know, during training, the night before the competition, definitely helps to put yourself in the position to execute what you're working on.
Aye.
Will Brown from James Hargis College is next.
You can see the senior boys 300 metre hurdlers lining up for heat 1 on the track. This will be heat 1 of 2 this afternoon.
First 3 and the 2 fastest times will be through to the final just after lunch tomorrow. If Timo McDonald lane 2, Dylan Jackson lane 3, Lucas Howard in 4, Lloyd Crera in 5, Harry Williamson 6, Ty Gonzalez in 7, Connor Arthur in lane number 8. And they're underway. Harry Williamson, Ty Gonzalez out in lanes 6 and 7 have good personal bests here. Harry Williamson has made up the stagger very quickly on the outside 2 runners, Ty Gonzalez and Connor Arthur. And Harry Williams will lead to the corner. Ty Gonzalez still prominent outside him. Those two comfortably clear the battle on for third. Lloyd Crera looks to be holding that. Easing down, top 3 automatically through. And then in lane 3, Dylan Jackson out of Christ College will be looking for one of the 2 fastest times across the 2 heats.
Ai, Harry Williamson tērā te rārangi tua ono. Koe arai ngana ki te whai te wāhi tuatahi. I tēnei wahanga tuatahi o te heat in Māori. Still trying to figure out heat in Māori. I'm thinking about heat.
Weather.
Aye, weather. Aye.
Totally different.
Yes, I'm like,
Challenge for the weekend, Kai.
Aye.
We saw Harry this morning, of course, over the 110 metre hurdles, many backing up over the longer distance today. Harry Williamson qualifying for that 110 final earlier in the day, and now into the 300 metre final. As well as winning time there was 40.70. Ty Gonzalez, Lloyd Crera in behind.
Ty Gonzalez also in the 110 metre hurdles. Those 2 events going hand in hand for a few of those athletes.
And those boys popped over to the long jump as well, and were in action not long ago in the pit.
Busy plyometric day for those athletes, hurdling and jumping.
Aye, aye, tautoko.
Eli Craig from Rolleston. Oh, it's not, I think. Let me scroll down. In fact, Lennox Jackson it is, of course, Rongotai College.
Oh, beautifully done.
Great jump there.
Off the back of the 300 metre hurdles, we'll have semi-finals for the senior girls 100 metres. There'll be 3 of those, and then 4 heats in the second round of the senior boys 100 metres. Mount Hutt College athlete there, Conrad Ferndorfler. I think he's the only one representing Mount Hutt here this weekend. Great to have Conrad here.
Ko timata ngā tamatāne ki te whakarite i a rātou anō ki ngā pautatari. Just at the box starts there.
few studded steps in there, but still manages to clear that bar with ease. 1.80 I believe we are up to right now. Still quite a few left in the competition at this height, so a few who have passed as well until this height.
And if you're wondering where Asher Robertson is now, well, he's over in the back straight and he's about to start a 300 metre hurdle heat, as you do. In lane number 3.
Heretaunga College, I believe this is Ryder Markov. Personal best of 193 goes clear.
And there is Asher.
Alright, I feel like I've seen him on camera so much since I've been here.
A bit. Winner this morning of the long jump competition. Also qualified for the 110 metre hurdle final. And yesterday third in the pole vault. Underway. Lane number 4 could be worth watching in Howard College. Rianko Haggard has a strong PB, 37 and 57, which he set earlier today. Connor Brady, another of our multi-talented athletes, outside of him, he's in lane number 6. But just a case of being able to take these hurdles very comfortably. Rianko Haggard just making sure not to make a mistake over the hurdle, because the top 3 automatically go through. Connor Brady is going to be second, and Asher Robertson through in third will qualify himself for another final.
Wai. He pātai MΑORI ana. Nō reira, I te wā, he aha te mea ua, te peke ki runga i te taiapa o te heke. So what's the hardest part, do you reckon, about jumping over our hurdles? Is it the first part of getting over, or is it the landing part, would you say is most difficult?
I think it's actually coming off the hurdle. You know, trying to hold your body position, stay strong, and then re-accelerate off the hurdle can be challenging. I personally have never done the long hurdles, and I don't have any intention to try the longer hurdles. But yeah, a lot of them are counting strides between each hurdle. Based on that race, I would say Rianko Haggard from Howard College looks to be a sprint hurdler as well. You can just tell by his form, a really tidy hurdler. So I'm sure we will be seeing a lot more of him over the weekend.
Alright. Ngā mihi mō tēnā. Yeah, I had a feeling that would be the case on getting back into, I guess, getting some acceleration from landing, how you would land after getting over the hurdle. I was seeing how these tamatane were doing, and ai koe ra taku whakaaro hoki, but ngā mihi.
Yep, you're onto it. Especially for the boys, their hurdle height is a little bit higher as well, and it only continues to get higher when you move into the senior ranks. So I can only imagine how challenging coming off their hurdle height can be to stay strong and re-accelerate coming off of it.
I spoke with Portia Bing, who joined me in a commentary going back a couple of years ago. I think it might have been the Capital Classic, and said to her, knowing how hard 400 metres are, to run 400 metre hurdles must be the hardest of all. She said, oh, the hurdles keep you focused and keep your mind off the pain.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, good attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. I mean, as I said, I don't plan to extend my hurdling distance, but even over the 100 metre hurdles, you really have to stay locked in. You've got, you know, barriers literally in front of you down the home straight, so you've just got to stay so focused the whole time, because any small error can be a hurdle knock or a fall or anything.
William Easton on the high jump apron. We're keeping his eye on the clock now. Bar at 1 metre 80.
tōna tata.
Just needing a little bit more speed there to get over that one. You can sometimes tell by the trajectory of the jump or how the athlete comes down on the bar, whether they're too far away, too close, whether they need a bit more momentum to travel horizontally. Connor Arthur here from St. Patrick's College, second attempt.
180 proving to be a bit of a barrier for some here. Just back to the senior girls discus. Carmen Elizabeth Moritz from Westlake Girls High has taken that out with 45.44 by the looks. No, in fact she had one better than that. Get you that official winning throw. Ruby Jones in second and Melanati Javier third. Ruby Jones personal best 42.58. And Carmen's best throw appeared to come in the second round. And that was 45.65 to take out that competition.
Whilst our senior boys high jump is going on, we also have the senior girls warming up for the semi-finals of the 100 metres.
Ko ngā kaioma I tēnei wā, mō ngā kōhine for the 100 metres seniors semis for the girls, Hunter Avery, Andy Gibson, Anzel Goes, Kendra Skelly, Emily Cohen, Caitlin Black, Lily Morrison and Jade Magendai, aroha mai.
And the first two plus two fastest times going through to the final are Brianna, so pretty cutthroat from here.
Yep, you'll see that athletes will be putting in a bit more of a maximal effort to get those final spots for tomorrow's 100 metre final. But as Mark said, first two, next two fastest times across the three semi-finals.
And two of our fastest qualifiers in here as well, in Kendra Scully in lane 4, singlet 4.43, and Caitlin Black in lane 6, who is in wearing number 19. So first of three semi-finals, senior girls 100. Some deep breaths from Emily Cowan, lane 5, getting herself prepared. And we're underway first time. Kendra Scully in lane number 4's made a smooth beginning and established a lead with Caitlin Black coming through as well. And the two expected straight qualifiers will make it, and then very tight. Anzel Gauss was close up in lane number 3. We'll see who comes up in third. Kendra Scully 11.80. Caitlin Black 11.95. Third and fourth was pretty close together. Emily Cowan got it. She was wider on the track, lane 5. 12.58 her time. And Anzel Gauss 12.59. PB for Emily Cowan and also for Caitlin Black as well.
Another strong run from Kendra, just a touch faster than her heat time. Looking really strong through that middle piece of that 100. So it'll be great to see what she can do in the final tomorrow.
She'll have the another round of the 200 metres coming up a little later on the program as well. Or is that tomorrow? It'll be tomorrow morning. In fact, for the semi-finals of the 200 metre senior girls, 10 o'clock. Busy day for the sprinters Sunday.
Very busy day. We also have our second heat of the senior girls 100 metres lining up. Lane 1, Tessa Seymour. Lane 2, Holly Donoghue. Lane 3, Sienna Wright. Lane 4, Ingrid Stripling. Lane 5, Maya Masters. Lane 6, Izzy Blades. Lane 7, Indy Gibson. And Lane 8, Ella Meir.
Maya Masters in lane 5 with a best of 12.16 set recently. Ingrid Stripling next to her with a 12.29, own the best PBs in here. Lanes 4 and 5, numbers 87 and 1003 next to each other in the middle lanes. They're the best lanes, Brianna, in the sprint?
Yes, definitely. You want to be in the middle.
And they earn those by being fastest through the first round?
Yes, so the top qualifiers through the previous rounds will... Usually the way that it's seeded for the semi-finals and the finals is that you'll have your fastest athletes in the middle, and should kind of look like a bit of a spearhead over the line if everyone runs as they did in the previous rounds.
So under starters orders for heat or semi-final 2 of 3. Maya Masters in lane number 5 has come out well, and just on the inside, Ingrid Stripling looking to come through. Next to her, Sienna Wright running well also. Maya beats Ingrid. They'll be the top 2 qualifiers, and Sienna will look to qualify on a fastest time.
He pātai e pāna ki te spearhead. Is there any particular reason why that is the case for semi-finals and final runners to be set that way?
I don't actually know the specific reason, but I would think that ideally you want to give your fastest qualifiers the best opportunity to run faster, and
I see.
From the middle you have a scope of where the rest of the field is. Not that should be a factor when you're running. You stay in your own lane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's what I assume is the reason.
Oh, that makes sense.
Just waiting on those official results for the second semi-final.
And I think, Brianna, I made a mistake there, because was it possibly Maya that
It was
pulled
definitely
up there?
Maya. It was definitely Maya that crossed the line first.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh, it's gone
Yes,
up now.
there we go.
Okay, Izzy Blades will be second according to this. We'll just await this to be
The official result.
because it looked like Maya from Ingrid. And yeah, unfortunately it was Izzy that had a hamstring issue by the looks of things. Pays to be patient. I need to be more patient with these results.
You just get a bit excited.
And not doubt my eye. So Maya Masters 12 seconds flat, Ingrid Stripling 12.31. They are through, and Sienna Wright's time 12.42. Holly Donoghue at 12.64. The 2 fastest non-automatic qualifiers going through.
At the moment, it looks like Sienna Wright will be sitting in that fastest qualifying spot right now, so it'll be all dependent on this third and final semi-final of the senior girls 100 metres.
Hannah Hicks in lane 1, Lily Morrison in 2. Mia DeJager, the high jump champion, defended her title this morning in lane 3. Sienna Moyle 4, Kenzie Bowden 5, Mia Bentley 6, Bowes Town in 7, and Daisy Goodman out in lane number 8. And they're underway. Mia DeJager, the tall figure, in lane number 3, running underneath her, Lily Morrison.
Maddie Early.
Te tata hoki.
Oh, apologies. It was a great run from lane 2. I believe our athlete in lane 2 is Maddie Early from Takapuna Grammar, but
Yes.
I could be getting my wires crossed here.
Well, I don't think it was Lily Morrison who's listed as being in.
Again, we will wait patiently for the official results of that run.
So just confirming who was in lane 2 there. It was listed as Lily Morrison from Kaipo High, who I have been watching with interest, being it was my former school, and she has been listed as second there behind Mitre, who has been given the win by 1/100th of a second. So Mitre from Lily Morrison, they will qualify, and Kenzie Bowden
And Sienna Moyo, I believe, will go through with the next 2 fastest times across the 3 semi-finals.
So Kenzie Bowden 12:30, Sienna Moore 12:38. We'll confirm that as soon as we can.
Clear for our Napier Boys high school jumper there, Nico Gibson at 185. The bar is now at 185 for the senior boys.
I think that was the first foul from... No, I was incorrect with the whānau.
Back to the 100 metre starting point, and this is round 2, and there are 4 rounds for the boys 100 metres. So this heat 1 of 4 in round 2, and the first 3 are automatic qualifiers, and then 4 fastest going through on time to the semi-finals at 12 after 9 tomorrow morning. Toby O'Leary in lane 5. Dominic Dube, who has been sprinting really well this weekend, he's got a personal best of 10:77, which is the best in this heat.
Clearance there at 185 for Milo Guthrie Thiel from Hutt International Boys. He has a personal best of 2 metres, so it'd be great to see him get up near that 2 metre mark.
So Cole Jaeger in lane 206 also has a sub 11 second personal best. Dominic Dube 10:77, and Toby O'Leary between them, wearing 1160. Abel Bresler lane 2, homeschooled as Abel. August Thonschool in lane 2 as we get back to the high jump and a successful clearance.
So Here College athlete there with a good clearance.
Lane 3 here is Brooklyn Boyd. Dominic Dube in lane 4, Toby O'Leary 5, Cole Jaeger 6, Joshua Buckner in lane number 7. Visitor from Niue, and Ezra Scott in lane 8, Hamilton Boys. First of 4, round 2 of 4 rounds.
Looks like Heat 1 are still warming up and getting ready. As Mark said, we've got Dominic Dube in lane 4 and Cole Jaeger in lane 6 with sub 11 personal bests. Asher Robertson back on the high jump runway, taking a lot of our camera time today, especially. This looks to be his first attempt at 1.85 m. It was an equal personal best at 1.80 m. Beautiful clearance. Another PB for Asher Robertson.
Wow.
What a day.
This is a good day.
Great day to be Asher Robertson. In the mornings I'll often say, I don't know exactly if my te reo is correct, but whakaturia mai kia hau te pairawa o tēnei rā.
Pai tērā.
Which I believe should mean show me just how good this day can be.
Yeah.
Or thereabouts.
Yeah, no, that is correct.
Sweet.
So to yourself, mornings before a big event, or
just in the morning.
Man, no,
Every
pai
day.
tēnā.
Show me just how good this day can be.
Right.
Might pass that on to my kids.
Yeah.
How about your father still tuning in?
He's still tuning in.
Yeah, there you go.
Gave him the second link. He can still click on a link. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. You can tune in.
Yeah. Not as quick as he was, but the mind's still there.
Ai, ka whai.
That's it.
Koe te mea nui.
Here we go. First heat of the quarterfinals of the senior boys 100 metres.
About to get set. And away well. Dominic Dube in lane number 4 is starting to pull through, and Cole Jaeger prominent as well. So too is Brooklyn Bond in lane number 3, who will also be able to qualify automatically.
Oh, Dominic Dube clearing that in 10.86 seconds.
Nice. August Thongsel it was, in fact, lane 2. That will be qualifying automatically as well. With Dominic and Cole.
With a PR of 10.77 seconds. Wow, not too far off.
Yes, confirmation of that 1086 with a positive 3.3, so a legal wind, but still a great time to run in these quarterfinals here. Last year our winner Caden Taylor ran 1087, so we could be looking at some fast times this weekend in the senior boys 100 metres.
We saw Caden in a 4x1 last night, the under-20s up against the seniors, and
Yes.
there weren't records broken, but I think the seniors went around 40.1.
Yes, that's it,
Yeah.
40.1, so a good hit out, I'd say, for them. Beautiful clearance there. I think that's a Kaiapoi College athlete, is it?
Kaiapoi's having a good afternoon. Yes, it is.
Jack Brown.
Yeah. And yes, Lily Morrison, of course, through in the 100 metres, the semi-finals that we just seen.
We just missed it on the arc there, coming back over the bar. Engari, pai katoa tōna timatanga. Good start.
And I will shout out to my father Peter again, because he is the one watching, and he'd be very proud of the Kaiba High School athletes. He brought many, I've lost count, I'm not actually sure how many times he brought Kaiba High School team to the National Secondary Schools Athletics Championships, but it was a big number, and he'd be pretty proud of the current representation in the blue and gold from the small North Canterbury town just north of Christchurch. Mind you, it's way bigger than it used to be.
Heat 2 of the senior boys going into their blocks.
And underway in the middle here, we've got Ollie Anderson in lane number 4 and Luke Thompson in lane number 5.
Oh,
And closer in, it's lane
Gas
4.
doing that final part. Oh, where tōna tere I te mutunga iho taua reihi.
If that time is accurate, 10:74, still a very good time, but the finish line clock stopped at 10:17, which would be an outrageous run
Yes.
in the senior boys quarterfinals.
Ollie Anderson first, Regan Wilson home in second, and who was the third qualifier automatic there?
I believe Luke Thompson should have been up in the top 3 as well,
Okay.
so we might just wait on
Yep.
that official result.
Forgive us for any uncertainty. Zach Nanestead has gone up for third, but we always just have to double check our information.
So top 3 per heat will progress automatically, and then the next 4 fastest times across the 4 quarterfinals.
And we're halfway through.
Ai, tatari tonu ana. Oh, kei
There we
reira.
go.
Third place. Wahanga Tuatoru.
Luke Thompson up to third there with 11.10. So,
Well done, Brianna. Trust your eye. Trust your eye.
yeah. Luke being a grammar athlete, coached by my coach Matthew Wyatt, was keeping a keen eye on his progression. I know there was a little bit of heartbreak in the 4x100 for the grammar boys yesterday, so yeah, happy to see him progress to the next round.
Here's heat 3 of 4 in the second round of the Senior Boys 100. Ethan Hole out of Geraldine in South Canterbury. Joshua Innes, Tauranga Boys College. Finn Hawkins out of Christchurch Boys. Troy Waldrum, whose form's been very good across this weekend, out of St Patrick's College Silverstream. Remy Cementon we saw in good form early today out of Kristen. Joshua Raulu Dusia from Fiji. David Mandingo, who's been very busy today, is in lane 7, and Kieran Lawson out in lane 8. Lane number 4, Troy Waldrum is showing out early. David Mandingo also looking to wider out, closer in. Joshua Innes running well, and between that pair, Finn Hawkins. $10.83 for Troy Waldrum.
Ki te eke tonu ngā tamatane I te tūpeke on the high jumps there. Our boys are still going so very well. I think they're up to 190.
I think that might have been a 185 clearance from Isaiah Brown.
Aye.
Great clearance there. That bar is getting up there.
And just quickly on that 100, Troy Waldrum, 10.83, 10.85, Joshua Innes, Finn Hawkins, 10.87, automatic qualifiers. Remy Cementon hoping that 11 flat will get him through.
That was Austin McDougall there, attempting 185, equal personal best at 180.
Ka pai kua tai ki te pakanga whakamutunga, the final heat of our boys 100 metre senior. Is it the
Quarterfinals, that's the one.
I was wondering why they've been going so fast, ne?
Yeah, I mean, they still got 2 rounds after this.
Those 2 rounds coming up tomorrow, and of course most of them also chasing the 200 title as well, as we get set for quarterfinal 4. James Lowther in lane 1 being used here. Daniel Mandingo this time in lane 2. Noah King in 3. Zach Kimmins 4. James Savage 5. Noah Moss in 6. Benji Faircliff in 7, and Julian Sobin in lane number 8. All lanes occupied here and underway. Zach Kimmins just a little slow early, but he's starting to come through. James Savage doing well. Daniel Mandingo closer in as well, and it's lanes 2, 3, 4. Noah King, Daniel Mandingo, Zach Kimmins looking good to qualify.
Looks like unofficially that went to Noah King, 1082, Daniel Mandingo, 1083, Zach Kimmins, 1092. Again, we'll just wait for official confirmation.
Another clearance over at the high jump. Scott Hoban, the latest to attempt there from Chevrier School in North Canterbury.
junior boys also needing quarterfinals for the hundreds.
So the focus on the track now on junior boys, junior girls. We get back to the senior field competitions, and in about 40 minutes we will have 2 semi-finals for the senior girls 800 after the first round yesterday, and 3 semi-finals for the senior boys 800. And just on the senior boys, Sam Ruth is qualified for the semi-finals of the 800 metres. Of course, this morning we saw him smash a 36-year-old record of the 1500, and that record was set by local Richard Potts. Now, I did run into Richard at lunchtime, and he was telling me that not only did it break the New Zealand secondary schools athletics record, but also broke the New Zealand under-20 record held by Sam Tanner, his training partner out of Tauranga. So the New Zealand under-20 record also going this morning by about 0.12 of a second to Sam. So Brianna, when you go hard at something, which he chose to do because the conditions were right at that time for the record, to then come out and have to run a semi-final of the 800, we assume he will because he does have the option to pull out, because that wasn't the final of the 1500 either. He has to come back for that tomorrow. So.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, when the conditions are right and you see an opportunity, sometimes you've just got to take it. I guess, especially in the distance events as well, where you don't have the courtesy of being able to attack it hard every time. 1500 will take a little bit more out of you than a 100 metre sprint. So, yeah, huge congratulations to Sam Ruth, and I'm sure Sam Tanner will be sitting at home very happy that his training partner has done so well, but still just keeping an eye on him moving.
So he just come back across from the 100 metre heats. David and Daniel both are running in the quarters, I should say, that have just been completed.
Solid attempt there from Jamie Puha at 185. If my live results are correct, he should have one more attempt.
And Jamie came from 8th to collect the bronze medal this morning in the long jump with his last jump.
Te peke a tāhua hoki ko tēnā, engari kāre I tutuki I tēnei wā, unfortunately, kei te whai.
So, no, those results have updated. That was Jamie's final attempt at 185. So, he will settle for 180 after a pretty successful morning at the long jump. Back to our local athlete from Lindisfarne College, literally just around the corner from the track here. Just his feet there.
The body looked clear, Brianna?
Had good clearance, but yeah, just a little late with the feet. Austin McDougall already equaling his PB with his 1 metre 80 clearance. And that might be his high jump competition for the day.
But he can probably carry confidence from that last jump that he can succeed at that height very soon.
Absolutely.
Ari Kesharia from Burnside High is next up.
Beautifully done. Muri ora ki aia, te tūpeke, teitei rawa tū ko tērā.
Did he hit that with his arm on the way up there,
It
Brianna?
looks like
I
he
see
might
the
have
little
just,
nip.
his arm or his shoulder on the way up. So often any athletes that I'm working with for high jump, if you get the bar on the way up, then that usually tells you that you're probably taking off a bit too close. Or if you feel like you're coming down on the bar, then typically you're taking off too far away. So a few things I like to try and pass on to them so they can self-correct if they don't have somebody helping them at the high jump. I believe we might also have the senior girls triple jump about to get started or moving through their first rounds here as well.
Just having a glance through what I would consider a very good number of athletes for the triple jump competition.
Yeah.
And can tell you that Jamie Fell from Hamilton Girls High School with 11 metres is the early leader there. They are in round 1, and we'll keep you up to date with that as best we can. High jump, of course, prominent on our mind right now too.
If you're wanting to stay up to date with everything that's happening on the track, you can check out the live results on Athletic Live. We obviously have the senior boys high jump happening right now, the senior girls triple jump. We've got a few junior events as well, and also the quarters and semis of the junior 100 metres on the track.
And just confirming 20 competitors there for the senior girls triple, so some good triple jump coaches around getting their charges prepared for the 52nd edition of the New Zealand Secondary Schools Athletics Association Championship.
So for those, I guess, unaware of the mystery that is triple jump is kind of like long jump, except you'll do a hop, a step, and then you will finish by jumping into the pit. So 3 forms of jumping. Quite different to long jump, but often you will see a bit of overlap with the athletes that are doing those 2 events. Also a beautiful clearance there from one of our senior high jumpers.
Linus Dunedin out of Christchurch Boys.
Believe the bar will have gone up to 190, so that'll be a great first round clearance for him. Or possibly a final attempt at 185. Yes, a third attempt clearance there for Linus at 185.
Terrific. Matching what Ari Kesharia did too for Burnside High, getting over on the third and final attempt.
It's always a clutch jump when you're able to get that third round clearance, although obviously using a bit more energy if you need to take 3 attempts. So hopefully Linus and Ari will be able to recollect themselves and get up there again for 1 metre 90.
3 furthest jumps so far at the triple jump. Jamie Fell 11 metres, Juliet McKinley from Whanganui Collegiate 10.51, Lulu Duffy from Whanganui High School 10.27. Still working through though, not even halfway through the first round. Brianna, you've got so much on your plate, I don't suppose the triple jump is ever on your mind?
Definitely not on my mind, no. 7 events is enough for me, yep. And having had 2 knee surgeries, I'm just not sure that triple jump is something that my body would handle.
So the bar at the high jump will be raised to 1 metre 90. Last year, Hugo Jones out of Scots College won the competition with 2 metre height.
It's our Napier Boys athlete there, preparing, Nico Jepson, for his first attempt at 190. A clean scorecard up until now. This would be an equal personal best for Nico.
Isaiah Brown wearing 977.
Rātou tata hoki. 190 is definitely next level stuff. Ngana te kite mai ene o ngā tamatane there. PRs at the moment being 190, anywhere near. We have Milo though sitting at 2 meters. Is that what you brought up early on?
Yep.
Aye.
2 metre barrier. Milo's got a clean scorecard at the moment. Flies over that one as well, 190. There we go. Little look at triple jump there. Hop, a step, and then final jump into the pit. See if we can get some results from that triple jump. The wind looks to have definitely picked up a little bit out there. You can see some of the flags and the way the windsocks are moving.
Managed to lock us in there. Kai, you looking for some air?
I get to play. Yeah. Surviving. Can't complain, and like these athletes out here doing all the mahi, all the hard yards, I tēnei wā.
We're struggling to sit up straight.
Ooh.
Tōna tata hoki.
Great attempt there from our Burnside athlete.
He took a third attempt to get over the previous height.
Yes, personal best of 194, now attempting 190. Possibly a little bit far away, just looked like he came down on the bar a little bit, but plenty of height there to clear this height.
And back to one of our most senior athletes today, Isha Robertson.
Beautifully
and
cleared.
Browner ended up quite close to the edge of the mat there. He didn't quite flip off, but he was quite close to it. I guess occasionally you go and land a bit further to the right or to the left than you would otherwise anticipate.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you're landing kind of in the middle. That might tell us that Asher is taking off quite close to the centre of the bar and the uprights. I think Aroha Maia might have said earlier that Asher's 185 clearance was a PB, but I was getting mixed up with Ashton Robertson. So
not easy.
Now 190, that was a PB for Asher Robertson by 1 centimetre.
Marlon Brown from Nelson College.
Ooh. Quite far out for that one, so he'll want to take his run up in a little bit closer. It's alright, 2 more attempts for him.
In the triple jump, Jamie Fell still the best first round jump of 11 metres. Juliet McKinley still second, 10.51. Jessica Lathwood has jumped into third, 10 metres 50, ahead of Lulu Duffy.
As I said, the wind has picked up a little bit there. You can see on the back straight for the triple jumpers, the flag going in the opposite direction. That looked like a great jump there if we've got a white flag. Yes. I believe that was Ruby Darwin from Golden Bay High School. She has a personal best of 11.44.
David Mandingu continuing his busy day as well.
Tōna tata hoki. Beautiful execution on the jump. Maybe just a bit late on it. Engari te rapea hei tōna wā ka whai ai he can get another go at it.
Ruby Darwin's jump measured at 10.84 carries her into second, behind Jamie Fowler in the triple.
So I believe what's happened there actually with David's jump. So David was at the 100 metre quarterfinals, and which meant that he had to pass his first round attempt at 185. He had his final two attempts at 185, which he did not clear, and then was allowed one attempt at 190. So a little bit confusing, but that will be the end of David's high jump competition.
But nicely picked up by Brianna Stevenson.
Was confused when I saw him back at 190, but seeing the live results, I can make some sense of it now.
Good to have this experience on board, isn't it, Kai?
Ai, tautoko.
Across 7 events.
I would have been sitting here waiting for him to come back.
Jack Brown, our Kaiapoi athlete here, first attempt 190. Just needing to finish his takeoff there to keep travelling, getting his hips over that bar. This will be an equal PB for him. There we go. Athletes getting the crowd involved, adding the clap. Probably haven't experienced that, Kai. Love a clap. It's great. Oof.
Oh, that is cool. I could hear it from in the cabin here.
Yep.
Getting the crowd involved. Is that something to do with rhythm, enthusiasm, something to just build up
Some
a bit
mana.
of... Ah, there it is. Yeah, I like that. Ka whai.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty notorious for getting the crowd involved in long jump. It just gives you like some extra fire behind you. Yeah. So hopefully we see a little bit more of that through the weekend. Linus must have known he needed a little bit of extra oomph from the crowd.
Heck yeah.
And of course, where do you get a crowd like this? I mean, normally they're performing in front of not many.
Yep. Yeah, great turnout this weekend. A lot of supporters who I'm sure have travelled far and wide, but also the Hawke's Bay community getting behind it as well. Another day tomorrow, so if anybody in the Hawke's Bay area wants to come and watch some of the upcoming rising stars in athletics, then yeah, you can come along on Sunday when a lot of our finals are happening.
Alright, this is the place to be.
Really close attempt there from our Rongotai athlete, Lennox. He, from what I can see, has already done a 10 centimetre PB today, so to be attempting 190 is pretty awesome.
Ai, me tōna tata hoki, he's so close to getting over that one. I think it was a bit late on the feet. Oh, there it is. Beautiful clearance there.
Plenty of height there.
Alright,
for Nico Jepson. That's an equal PB, but for the clearance he had there, we
Seems like
might
he could go a
see
bit
something
higher.
up closer to the 2 metre mark.
Tautoko, aye.
Next up, Isaiah Brown from Te Wharekura o Arowhenua. Personal best of 194. You'll have one more attempt at that height. Just adding in a few short steps towards the end there. If he can keep that flow going, it'll really help him to utilise the height that he clearly has off of his takeoff.
Ryder Markov on the apron, right of our split screen. Senior girls triple to the left.
Pātū raro iho o tōna hu, just literally the tip of the edge of his shoe hit the pou there. Just a quicker snap in the feet maybe to get it on the other side of the bar. Is that the first attempt?
Might be
that
the
was the second.
that might be the second attempt
Second
for
attempt.
Ryder.
Yeah.
Yep, but a personal best of 193, so it's definitely got more in the tank.
Brianna, are there special high jump shoes?
Yes. So you'll see a lot of those athletes out there. High jump shoes have a slightly thicker sole to them, and they also have spikes in the forefoot and in the heel. Similar to javelin as well, also a different shoe, but they're the two events where you're allowed slightly. Yep, there we go, good close up on those high jump spikes there.
Now listening.
Yeah, so you can have slightly longer spikes in those two events, and as you can see, yeah, there's spikes on the forefoot and on the heel.
Marlon Brown from Nelson College. Marlon, in his previous attempt, hit the, do we call it a stanchion? The side button?
The upright?
Upright.
Yep. Beautiful step phase there from our senior girls triple jumper. How are we tracking over there? Jamie Fell, I believe. That was her second attempt, leading the competition at the moment with 11 metres, but a personal best of 11.87.
11.87. Wow. Rere tawhiti tōna peke in that one. Really far jump there.
Yeah, so the athletes can opt to jump from, I'd say today they'll probably be jumping from either a 7 metre board or a 9 metre board. Great clearance there from our Otago boys jumper. So yeah, they'll take off 7 or 9 metres behind the pit, and then it is measured from their takeoff board, obviously, to where they land in the pit.
Right.
Juliet McKinlay on the runway there, our very multi-talented athlete from Wanganui Collegiate. Believe Juliet got bronze in the javelin yesterday. Pretty sure we would have seen her in the 100 metre hurdles this morning. And triple jump, so a busy weekend for her too, another fellow heptathlete.
Jack Brown, Kaiapoi High School. There's a second attempt here. We'll have to come back for a third, following in the footsteps of Tia Wynyard out of Kaiapoi High, who been prominent at New Zealand secondary schools level over the past few years, and at the Cook's Classic last January cleared 2 metres 10. Best high jumper to come out of Kaiapoi that I can recall, certainly by height. But a lot of potential for Jack for this personal best at 190.
Our senior boys high jump record, I made an assumption it might have been Hamish Kerrs, but actually is 2:11 by Jaden Williamson and Glenn Howard.
Glenn Howard, would that be about 20
Glenn
years ago?
Howard, 1993.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Even more,
And-
so that's back in my era, you see.
Yeah, Jaden Williamson, more recent times in 2020.
Just back to Ashton Robertson out of Otago Boys, as opposed to Asher out of Hibs. But his second round clearance of 190, second round clearance of 185, and he came into this with a personal best of 180. He's now put 10 centimetres onto that.
Yeah, fantastic result there for Asher. You're confusing me now, Mark.
Sorry, so Ashton with a T,
Ashton with a T.
out of Otago Boys.
Okay, that was a clearance we just saw.
So he's at 190, yes.
Let's go. Just pulled out of that one on the last step, so he will have one final attempt at this height of 190. PB attempts at that, so maybe Linus can do another third round clearance. Who knows?
So we've got Jack Brown, Ryder Markov, Lennox Jackson, Marlon Brown, Isaiah Brown, Ari Kesharia and Linus Dunedin all back for a third attempt at 190.
This appears to be the problematic height for our athletes, and is usually how a high jump competition goes. You have quite a large field left into a certain height, and then things tend to come undone. So final round for these jumpers.
Ki te mena e ngana ana te eke panuku. Here we go, kia matara.
Oh, that was a great
Good attempt.
A very, very good attempt from Lennox Jackson from Murungotai College. Unfortunately, that'll be his high jump for the day, but he will walk away with a 10 centimetre PB, which can be pretty unheard of in the high jump.
Aye.
And a confidence that at next time of asking, he might be able to clear that.
Yes, well, it looks like Lennox started jumping pretty early on in the competition, but now knowing he can jump 185, he might opt to pass some of the earlier rounds, which can help you to just save the legs for the later rounds. Isaiah Brown.
Tāhua hoki o taua tūpeke. Oh my gosh, that was very well done.
Yep, third round clearance there.
Yeah.
He's had misses at 180, 185, 190, but showing great fortitude to come back at his third attempt there. He has jumped 194, so we know it's within him.
Now we're going up to 193.
Ryder Markov from Hiritonga College on his final attempt at 190. Also with a personal best over 190 at 193.
Oh, body looked good.
Body looked good, it just looked like the feet got a little bit too tucked under the bar and just didn't have enough time to get them through.
Brianna, in this situation when you have jumped beyond this height, even though you might be struggling on the day, you're just telling yourself, I've done this.
Yeah, high jump and I'd say probably pole vault as well is just one of those events that you have to hold confidence, so much confidence going into the bar, especially having that visual of how high something is you need to get over. Even if you haven't cleared a height before, just having that confidence to know you can is super important.
Ari Kisharia next for his third and final attempt.
So Ari might need to get off the track there for some of the junior races.
And he might have been quite close to the end of the shot clock, but I'm assuming he's granted extra time.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Yeah, they'll give him courtesy given that there was a race about to start.
And we're about 10 minutes away from the next races that we will take here. Senior girls, two semi-finals, 800 metres. Tony Rogers prowling at the door, ready to join us soon for those. Here's Ari. So Ari Kisharia out of Burnside High School. He has got the triple jump to look forward to tomorrow afternoon.
Our Nelson College athlete waiting for his third attempt at 1 metre 90. This is a PB attempt for Marlon.
Again, just waiting for his opportunity with the junior track events that are currently taking place here in Hirotonga. Again, looked to be Claire Browner with the body.
Yeah,
the heels.
had enough height, just probably not quite enough momentum with some of those stuttering steps there. So Marlon will settle for 185, which is very close to his personal best.
So sometimes it feels like you're hanging above the bar, but you haven't got the forward momentum to carry you.
Yeah, so you can kind of see it with the flight path. Sometimes when athletes go up and then you don't kind of see them actually move across, you know that, maybe they've had a really strong takeoff, but just haven't had enough speed and momentum to actually travel across the bar.
Jack Brown.
Beautiful.
Yes, cleared it on his third attempt.
Yeah.
Jack will be wrapped with that, and that will equal his personal best, so we'll go into uncharted territory at 193.
Look at there, tōna starting ritual, seeing how he starts off and gets into good momentum as soon as he takes off.
Yeah.
Pai tiki te tērā, it's good.
Get in the zone. Our final jumper at 190.
Homai te paki.
Yep, getting the crowd amongst it again. Let's
Linus
get him over this
in.
one.
Come on, Linus.
Oh,
Tōna tata oki.
a solid attempt, but not to be today for Linus.
I think it was the opposite with this one. He had the momentum carrying him the way over, but I think it was just the push of the height of the last.
Not quite enough height. Yep. Oh, he's learning.
Oh, get in there. Got the best next to me.
Equaled his personal best, so
Yes. So that will mean we'll see the bar go up to 1 metre 93. We should have 6 senior boys left in this high jump competition.
and medal ceremony taking place there, I think was the senior discus girls. Carmen Elizabeth Moritz, the winner earlier over Ruby Jones and Melanite Javier. It was the juniors, was it? Sorry, Brianna. It was the juniors. So, not the seniors.
Back to the senior girls triple jump, Ruby Darwin.
The juniors happened yesterday, didn't it? So they've waited a while for their medals.
Yeah.
If it was the junior discus, Sena Maria Sua did set a meet record there in that yesterday, if you weren't with us, with a 49.43.
Just registering a foul there for Ruby Darwin. If you're following the live results, you'll see that pretty much all of the jumps have a negative wind reading. Some of them all the way up to -3. So that's a headwind those girls are running into, which can make it really challenging on the runway to get your takeoff right.
So in the high jump, Milo Guthrie Teal is clear. He came in at 180, cleared 3 heights successfully first attempt. Asher Robertson has gone through 4 clear. Nika Gibson currently lying 30 at 1 miss at 1.90 m. Ashton Robertson out of Otago Boys had a miss at 185 and also 190, but cleared both on his second attempt. And Jack Brown, we've just seen his first misses were at 190, but he was able to clear on his third attempt, as was Isaiah Brown on his third attempt. And they remain live. 6 left in the senior boys high jump. They've been out there a good while.
Yes, they have, battling the conditions. The high jumpers will have a tailwind where they are. I think it's definitely a personal preference saying as a jumper, but when I'm high jumping, I personally prefer a headwind.
Because?
Well, I tend to lean into the bar probably a bit too much, so the headwind kind of keeps me away from it, whereas a tailwind pushes me into the bar. So yeah, that's my personal preference, but it'll definitely change depending on the jumper.
Plane takes off into the wind, doesn't it? Works for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then fly
Works
high.
for you.
Isaiah Brown, our first athlete to attempt 193, personal best of 194.
He almost had it there, Kitao Tera. Just those little stutter steps, I think he lost a little bit of that momentum going over.
Yeah, he had some good height there.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say it's probably just his run-up technique. That's his usual way of doing it. Clearly has really great plyometric power there.
Heck yeah.
So hopefully we can get Isaiah over that 193 mark and up to a PB attempt.
Is that something that's easy to smooth out, a run-up?
Yes and no. As with anything, it just takes a little bit of time and practice, repetition.
Milo Guthrie Thiel, who is a 2-metre jumper, is attempting 193 to stay clear.
Wow.
Gave it a nudge, but
Yeah.
it stays.
Caught it on the way up a little bit, but plenty of height and power in there.
When you're hitting that bar, how long do the officials have to wait? Is it just their discretion as to when they determine that they go in and steady the bar?
Yes.
They wait for the end of the wobble?
Yeah, it's kind of letting it settle. You can see if the bar continues to jump up and down, they may wait a little bit longer. But as soon as it looks settled and the jumper gets off the mat, then you can pretty much put up a white flag. Asher Robertson again, first attempt at 193. Solid first attempt there from Asher. And his first cross of the day. He's had a clean scorecard up until now.
We have the 800 metre semi-finals for the senior girls very shortly.
We have Ashton Robertson with his first attempt at 193. Already a 10 centimetre PB today.
On the track, the junior boys semis taking place, and right off the back of the senior girls. Brianna Stevenson just stepping aside for a moment. Thank Brianna for her fabulous coverage of the high jump and some tremendous insight. Tony Rogers stepped in as we look forward to those senior girls and boys semi-finals at the 800 metres. Tony, kia ora.
Hoki mai.
Also Kai, and ngā mihi Brianna for her good work expert knowledge around the high jump, I'm sure.
I was just thinking, Kare Te Tino Mohi, what it is that these kids are being fed, but it's personal record breaking day this weekend.
It's been good.
Aye.
And still
These are definitely not Weet-Bix kids. There's something else out there that these are being fed.
6 remaining in the high jump, Tony, and the senior girls triple jump in the back straight as well. And soon we'll turn our attention to the 800 metres, 2 semi-finals for the senior girls. As we watch the next attempt on the high jump apron, and Tony, 2 semi-finals, I believe means first 3 in each, and the 2 best times after that.
Yeah, that's the way it should be working. So I hope that's what they've been told out there before they go to their blocks. Yeah, the weather's quite warm and a changeable wind at the moment, and you can notice those triple jump girls are probably now jumping into a headwind. When the setup was done, it was more of a tail, so it's been tough for them. And it's blustering around the stadium at different times now, and very warm.
Isaiah Brown on the right of your split screen from Te Wharakura Arawhenua is looking at his first attempt at 193. He has been a 194 jumper. He has had misses at 180, 185 and 190, but he's had the strength to come through those. As we have a run through the triple jump. Another semi of the junior boys 800 taking place before we get to the seniors.
Yeah,
and a great clearance too from Isaiah Brown. First attempt 193.
So yeah, some good progress being made there. The high jump's possibly in one of the more sheltered spots of the stadium right now, tucked up in that corner. But we'll see Asher Robinson there lining up. He's having a real busy afternoon, isn't he?
All right. Te kōrero, that's what we've been saying.
Personal best, Tony, of 190 for him at the high jump, and now he's looking to extend that to 193. 2 Hibbs boys going well here. Asher alongside Milo Guthrie-Teal, who was the first over 193, and Milo was the only jumper to be clear so far, through 4 heights for him.
Yeah, and they obviously worked together with some of the coaches in Wellington, but Milo, I think, has been supported with Mike Ritchie and Scotty Waldron. Upper Hutt club where he's from is strong, and then Ash is from Lower Hutt.
Tōna tata hoki. Almost made that one. I think it was just a bit late on the takeoff there.
Scotty Waldron, was that his boy Troy out there running well this weekend?
He's definitely running well. He should be featuring there in the hundreds. I think he's been running particularly well this season so far. And I think this is his first year in the senior boys as well, so we'll see how that works out for him.
Ashton Robertson from Otago boys with an attempt at 193. We've been having fun in this competition with Asher Robertson from Hutt International boys and Ashton Robertson from Otago boys, and Kaipo High having a good day. Pleased to say, Tony, with Lily Morrison advancing in the 100, and Jack Brown still live here in the high jump. Took his 3rd attempt to get over 190, equal his personal best, so he's in new territory here as he chases 193. Seemed to jump off a long way early there, Brianna, as you rejoin us in place of Kai. Switch in, switch out.
Yes, possibly a little bit far away, but I like the speed that he has and the momentum he carries. If he can, just hold on to his takeoff a little bit longer, it definitely looks like he's got that height within him.
Coming through the juniors, Tony, he would have been looking up to Tia Wynyard, who's been a terrific high jumper out of Kaiapoi, 210 jumper now.
Yeah, definitely. And there's been some good high jumping in New Zealand, obviously, and why shouldn't we have some good high jumping with the Olympic and world champion here? So sort of get these young men to aspire to.
Hamish Kerr has been an inspiration to many, and we see how people flock to him when he comes to the local meetings now as Olympic and world champion. This is the first heat of the semi-final of the 800. There's
so
two of them.
2 semis in these, and so the first 3 through, and then next 2 best by time. And yeah, it's a good lineup. Paige Dobson, who we saw earlier today.
She's off lane number 1. Sarah Hallier in lane number 4, expected to be prominent here as well.
Yeah, so Sarah and her twin sister, who will run the second race, they were runner-up to Bo Ritchie last year, or second and third, and a very smart time down in Timaru.
Is it tradition to keep them separate in the semis if there are two,
No,
Tony?
it's done by draw, so
Okay.
depends how they finish in the qualifying round. Usually is how the draws places them, but yeah, probably you can manage to do that manually if you wish, I guess, during the heats. But yeah,
Amaya East is currently leading Paige Dobson as they come around after about 300 metres.
it was good to see the pace is pretty honest by the look of it.
Looks like they've flown through that first 200.
Also prominent Hannah McManus, 2:16, running 3 wide, covering a bit of extra territory, but she is at least keeping herself in the clear. And Sarah Hallier is just on her back as they get the bell, but there is some jostling in there.
Bit of jostling, and Dobson's got the commanding spot on her home track, so she'll know, and they're going to go through 500 metres in around 120. So, yeah, just a little bit over. So
Paige Dobson from Hannah McManus, Sarah Hallier.
depending on the wind, they kind of come around at around 210, I would think. So good battle here, top 3 plus 2 more, and they'll all want to keep running hard, even if they're in 3rd, 4th or 5th.
Abby O'Boyle 4th at the moment.
Yeah, and Abby's got a strong time. She's run a fairly strong few performances in 2025, that's for sure.
Greta Hunter trying to hang on to the back now too. So they come down the side. Sarah Hallier is going to lead into the straight here.
So Dobson, who did the early leading, she's going to have push through on the inside and see if she can hold that 3rd spot. But
McManus in 2nd now,
yeah,
and Abby O'Boyle. Dobson coming back at O'Boyle.
so it'll be tight. So time is going to be important then for that 4th position, and there's around about a 2:14 by the look of it, I think, across the line.
Sarah Hallier taking it out, 555 on her singlet, and we get to see Lisa Hallier, her sister, in round number 2, 2:14.02. Hannah McManus 2nd. That was Jack Brown there. Brianna, again, how did that look to you?
I missed it, unfortunately. Is that his 3rd attempt?
I think it might be I'm hoping it's his 2nd.
Yeah, so if that's Jack's 3rd attempt, then there'll be an interesting countback for our 3rd place getter. I think, based on what I can see, the 3rd place may go to Asher Robertson, who's had a clean scorecard until 193. Then our 2 jumpers remaining, Milo Guthrie Theo from Hutt International Boys and Isaiah Brown from Te Wharekuro Arowhenua.
Sarah Hallier's time in semi-final 1 of the 800 metres, 2:14.02. Hannah McManus, Abby O'Boyle, the other automatic qualifiers, and Tony Paige Dobson's time 2:14.65, and Greta Hunter 2:16.13, which was a personal best for her.
Yes, so they'll be watching the clock of the girls that are about to run in the 2nd heat to see who grabs a position for 7 and 8 in the final tomorrow, just before lunch.
And Lisa Hallier is in lane 2 here. Holly Fawcett is in lane 5. Others that we should look out for here, Tony?
Emma Very and Holly Fawcett, you mentioned
Yes.
her, of course. They're definitely the ones that stand to mind. Isla Tilbury's a reasonably strong young lady from Christchurch that's done well through the junior grades.
She's out in lane number 8 here as they work around to the stagger finish where they can cross to the inside.
It's always interesting to watch how they race out of the blocks, isn't that first 100? But keeping it pretty honest, and the girls from the outside are coming through. Try and keep it. So I always advise young athletes to do is if you come from the outside in an 800, just keep running to bring the pace on and keep the pace on, and hopefully someone will want to come through on the inside, like it's happened here from the inner lanes, to take the lead, and you don't have to do that in the early stages.
So Holly Fawcett looking to come through and take this lead over Alaska Ontoria, who just had a wee stumble there, and she managed to regain her composure quickly enough. Emma Very on the inside, and then Lisa Hellier currently fourth, looks to be running within herself.
Yeah, looking good, and we're looking at the bell around 68, 69, so the girls that have just gone through in fourth and fifth in the other heat will be pretty happy about that first lap, because it looked fast the first 200, but they've definitely eased it off, and they'll struggle to run two. Well, the bubble time I think we said was around 2:14, wasn't it? So
indeed,
Paige Dobson will be feeling pretty good about it right now.
So Holly Fawcett still leading down the back straight. Of course, it's the first three that are the automatic qualifiers, and as Tony's explained, with the time of that first lap, you will want to be in the first three here to progress.
This will be a real good battle for the top three here.
Lisa will want to secure that top three automatic qualifier spot with her sister.
So Holly Fawcett on the inside. Beside her is Lisa Hellier, and 615 Emma Very currently
Emma
holding.
Very is probably the one that I'd have picked to come through on time because of her rankings. She's got a fairly strong, I think about a 208 personal best, so that's good for her. Sorry, 214 is her personal best this season.
218.02 in that heat's semi-final, so by far the slower of the two, so the fastest two times will come out of semi-1.
Always amazes me.
Clearance at the high jump. Isaiah Brown.
Yeah, good clearance. To see in those heats where the first heats prepare to put the pressure on and make it honest, and the second heat who have that slight advantage of knowing what everyone else has done, they just don't quite make the pace as strong as they could if they want to claim those spots.
And Milo, that'll be his first miss?
That's his second
miss.
attempt, I believe. Just got that one on the way up. From his previous jumps, we know he definitely has this height in him with a personal best of 2 metres.
Yeah.
So Isaiah Brown has gone clear at 196, which puts a little bit of pressure on our leader up until this point, Milo Guthrie Thale.
So Isaiah Brown had misses at 180, 185, 190, where he took a third attempt, and 193. So he's been remarkably resilient here in this competition.
Yeah, so Brianni, I always say that my understanding from the jumping point of view, once you get into around about your 10th jump, you're starting to lose your momentum. Is that right? Somewhere between 8 and 10 jumps? So
yeah, that's what they say. Pretty much a maximum of 10 jumps is what you typically would have in your legs.
Yeah, so that's what young
Isaiah. Yes.
Yeah.
Name's just disappeared off the screen for me. So yeah, Isaiah's there.
Just back to that 800 metres, so we had timed qualifiers out of that first heat as we expected on times there. Paige Dobson and Greta Hunter, who was a personal best. Do want to mention Eva Houghton though, she hasn't made the final, but she's finished 9th, and she was 4th in that heat, but with a personal best time of 2:18.57. So congratulations to Eva, and now we're straight into the first of three, is it here for Tony, for the senior boys?
Yeah, so we've got these men here, and there'll be top 2 in these, and the next best 2, so we get the 8, so it's going to be pretty cutthroat, and you can see the man of the morning session, Sam Roos, just settling in there by the look of it. I think that's him, and if I got it wrong, is there another Tauranga boy in there? No, I'm not sure.
Henry Hyatt.
Henry Hyatt, that's young Henry Hyatt, that's right, and that'll be pleasing for Gareth Hyatt. It's got that very similar blonde look, haven't you, when you think about it? But yes, so Gareth, his father's a Rosetta at Tauranga Boys, and He's looking to be under 2 minutes for the first time as young Henry.
So
There's a sub 4 minute miler.
first two in each of the semis and two fastest times. So there's
Felix Field, I think it is, taking from New Plymouth Boys, taking the lead there.
not a lot of wiggle room for these runners as Felix Field drives clear, and giving chase now is Alexander Macbeth.
Yeah, so Macbeth from Wellington College is a strong runner. He was the junior title holder from last year, if I got it right. Cooper Whiteman is someone who's had good form previously. I'm trying to pick up.
Yes, he's 154 with he has the running style. There's the head just leaning to the left there.
Yeah.
So top four here, and only two are automatic qualifiers.
Yeah.
Henry Hyatt there.
No, that's Litoff, Caleb Litoff. Tauranga Boys. Yeah, Hyatt's the blonde, who does look very much like Sam Roof, of course, because they're cousins.
So Alexander Macbeth to take it out, and my apologies there, but it was Caleb Litoff, the Tauranga Boys runner, who will be second, and an automatic qualifier. The time there for the winner 1:58.70, and Felix Fields clocked in with a 2:01.01.
So Fields the one that'll be looking at the other results now.
And Cooper Whiteman 2:01.66.
As we go back to the high jump, it looks like Isaiah Brown is our last remaining jumper. Milo with 3 misses at 196. So Isaiah remains, now attempting 2 metres. Just getting a little caught up there. I think a bit of pressure going up to that 2 metre barrier. He's already done a 2 centimetre PB, clearing 196.
So it's new territory, I guess, and a 2 metre barrier is a
very
different
new territory.
thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Quite a remarkable card to win, though, with those misses at 4, 5 heights misses, but coming through when it counts with a personal best and a senior boys title from Te Wharakura o Arawhenua. So Sam Ruth coming up in the second of 3 semis here. He'll start from lane number 5. And if you weren't with us this morning, Sam broke the New Zealand Secondary Schools Association meet record that stood for 36 years, and he also broke Sam Tanner's New Zealand Under 20 record as well. As we get underway, Tony, having run such a hard 1500 metres earlier, what do you expect Sam to do here? Obviously he's looking for top 2 automatic qualification. Does he sit back and see what sprint he's got left in his legs?
I'd say that will be the case, but he won't want to get himself tangled up in any way, so you can see he's just eased onto the shoulder of I think that looks like, is it Logan Hoffler from Wellington College that's led it out, and they're really like going slow, so they're playing into
pace, yeah.
You're right, Brianna. They're playing into his hands, really, which is interesting, isn't it? The boys, you'd think someone would say, look, I'm going to have a go at getting one of those fastest qualifier spots by time, and obviously Ruth's in no hurry to make this fast, so he's just going to jog around and use the sprint that he knows he has. He's run 1:49, which is faster than any of these boys have.
Wow.
Logan Hoffler.
This is very interesting.
This is going to be such a burn up in a moment, and let's hope there's no dangers of tripping up anyone here when they do decide to all rush at the same time.
Here's the bell. Kingston Ryan is 3 wide. He's just looking to stay out of trouble.
He was the one from Rotorua Boys who came through and qualified in the 15, wasn't he? Now the burn up's going and Hoffler's gone for it.
Ruth looks comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Sitting behind him. Top 2 to go through.
And that's what I was talking about.
The risk of taking it easy.
Everyone's still in there and trying to move to a better position, and look at the all challenging Hoffler now. He's made his dash.
Clear of the field.
Sam just ensuring that he doesn't get swamped here.
And what I can see, he's not running too close to the pole either, which always creates a little bit, although he's moved there now.
Kingston Ryan is second, and lying third there is Cooper Rule. Sam now just looking over. Kingston Ryan coming through, and there's two of them that can automatically qualify comfortably.
Very comfortable, yeah. And it was a tight go for third. The boy, was that from New Plymouth Boys? I came through by the looks of it, yes. In third place, I think he might have got it on the line, and that's
Aidan Galley.
Hayden Galley, is it? Yeah.
But unfortunately, with a winning time of 2:08.42,
Yeah,
that's
not
going to
going to
be
count.
much faster in the first heat, in the 2:01s and change. But now, Tony, it's upon those in the third semi. They know
Exactly what
if they can run 2:01.
They can run 2:01. They can get in, and there's boys in there that can run 2:01. There's no doubt about that. So, yeah, this is what I always, as I say, it always surprises me. Everyone wants to sit back and rely on their kick, and they just have to make the race honest. Especially when there's two places. I mean, technically, there's 4 places up for grab in this race. If the boys want to run faster than what the current time is from Heat 1, which was the fastest so far.
And semi-final
Of
number
2:01.
3.
So
Taking to the start line. Charlie Forsyth in lane 1, Otto Church in 2, Quinn Moss 3, Oliver Foley in 4, Bernard Stellard in 5, Joe Martin in 6, with a PB of 151.67, Blake Miskell and Liam Bosch.
yeah, so there's at least 4 boys in here that have run under 2 minutes before. So it'll be interesting to see if they do decide to have a go at making it strong. And Joe Martin, obviously, probably the second favourite to Sam Ruth for the final. He's a run 49 runner. He's probably going to not do any extra work.
And again, it's quiet tempo.
Although Joe looks like he's taken up the lead to perhaps stay out of a bit of trouble. Blake Miskell from St Pat's Silverstream there in second.
Moving around the outside is Charlie Forsyth in number 41, and 363 tucked in behind is Quinn Moss.
And Quinn's pretty good. We're looking to see there in this field also is Otto Church, who did the pole vault and then ran the heats yesterday.
And won that pole vault.
That's right, from Christ
Otto.
College. So
He's a 2-minute runner too, so he probably
Yeah.
fancies his chances of trying to kick back into this.
can get past there. Some Miskell's moving around the boy from Grammar, wasn't it, I think?
Yes.
Or was it Hillcrest High? Liam Bosch. They're pretty clear, the two. It's Quinn Moss and Joe Martin out on their own at the moment, so they're under no pressure at all.
Joe clearly comfortable, and Quinn's got a handy advantage on the remainder, so they'll be able to cruise up the straight, and they've completely broken up this field, so it's all about time now and behind for
They're
Bernard Stellard.
really, I mean, if you look at the time as they're coming down, they're going to be well under 2 minutes, and I'd say Blake
So Blake
Miskell
Miskell
should get
could be
one of the
okay.
spots here for sure, and even the fourth place, yeah, they're going to be under 2 minutes, both those boys, so they should steal the finals berths.
156.16 for Joe Martin, and Quinn Moss home second. Blake Miskell will be through with 159.22 in third place.
And that's how you run a tactical semi-final.
That's the way to do it if you want to qualify. I mean, it's surprising, as I said, that the boys in Heat 2 didn't have a go at running 2 minutes when there's boys in there that are capable of doing it.
Oliver Foley's come through third ahead of Bernard Stellard. Oliver Foley with a personal best 159.33 and a place in the final.
How does a semi-final time in the 800 affect a lane draw for the final? Is that a factor or not too important?
Yeah, it's not overly important, obviously, but the draw will go off the first, the heat winners and the second place winners, and then the others. So obviously, inside lane will be the least favoured lane to people who want to bet. So it's a bit like most other events here.
Yeah.
So
Back to the triple jump here, Brianna, and we get to the business end of the competition.
Yes, this is Jessica Lathwood on the runway for her third attempt. At the end of this third round, we will see the top 8 progress for a final 3 rounds, where they'll reorder them backwards. So the person who has finished 8th will start first, and the person who has finished first in the first 3 rounds will be the final jumper. So a few more jumpers left before we do that.
There's a man making the long jump stand to perfection. I had a quick word to him at lunch today, and he just gets such a delight out of making it good, which is absolutely awesome for the athletes.
It is. We were commending them on that earlier with the senior boys long jump, and yes, as a jumper myself, you always appreciate an official who takes such care to perfect the long jump hit for you.
And I guess, Brianna, the reason that we, as athletes and as officials, want to get it like that is because if there's a small mound and you as a jumper come through and just sort of touch that mound halfway through to be on your landing, that actually counts for where the mark is, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's why you want it as smooth as possible, and so that sort of thing doesn't happen.
Yes, it does. Or possibly any remaining marks that are left in the pit. It can just cause a little bit of discrepancy for the officials when trying to figure out where the athlete's mark is, and obviously officials don't want that strife, and neither do the athletes.
Yep.
So yeah, a pit like that is exactly what you want to see.
We've got someone from collegiate lining up there. You guys have been following the triple.
Yes, this
yes.
is Juliet McKinley.
Oh, of course, yeah. Juliet's having a really good weekend, isn't she? Another
She
heptathlete
is.
in the future.
Yes, absolutely. Our live results might be slightly behind.
I think they are, but she was listed in 5th place. Is that where you have her?
Yeah, so that would mean we might be through to at least the 4th round now. It's always interesting when you see these multi-eventers doing an event outside of the actual heptathlon. Juliet in the triple jump, and then we also had Charlotte Blake in the discus. So even more multi-talented outside of these 7 events within the heptathlon.
So just while we've been sitting here, I was curious to know exactly where our high jump winner was from, because it's from Te Wharakura o Arawhenua, which is obviously in the deep south in Invercargill. So for viewers at home, that's where our high jump winner's from, Invercargill, and no doubt being a high jumper, he's had some tutelage from a gentleman down there who's a great all-round coach, and that's Lance Smith. Seen him here this weekend.
Yeah, so just to confirm those senior boy high jump results, Isaiah Brown from Te Wharakura o Arawhenua, as Tony said, with a jump of 196. Second for Milo Guthrie Thiel from Hutt International Boys School with a jump of 193, and then Asher Robertson with 190 in third, who was also our senior boys long jump winner with a huge personal best this morning. So a great day out for Asher, and congratulations to all of those boys who PB'd. A lot of PBs scattered in that high jump competition today.
Sahara Slater next on the runway, currently lying second, 1088. Prior to her, Lulu Dufty, she's at a 1082 and put 40 centimetres on her PB today to lie 4th.
Great attack into the board there for Zahara. She'll be looking for an improvement on that 1088, although up pretty close to her personal best of 1097.
So So just not getting the updated distances at the moment from the triple. But they do tend to come in a rush, and when they do, we will let you know.
So as Tony has noticed, and some others following on the Athletics Live results might have noticed, in the senior boys high jump, we have Ty Gonzalez with 3 failed attempts at 2:02. So just to clear the air with what might have happened there, Ty was in the senior boys 300 metre hurdles. He was jumping until about 170, I believe, and then had to go to his race. And then it looks like he has passed all of the rounds. After that, probably just didn't go back to the high jump, and then, you know, the officials have decided 3 failed attempts at 2:02 is where he's finished the competition. So Ty's successful attempt at 170 will be where he stands, in case there was any confusion looking at the live results.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Yes.
Brianna, because it's a little bit confusing to me, but that makes a bit of an understanding of that. But yeah, possibly that's not. I'll be checking out from the officials whether that's how they should have made that result come through.
Yeah.
So
Ruby Darwin there in the triple jump pit out of Golden Bay. We've currently got her listed as 3rd.
just sort of noticed while looking in those field event live results, a result that's perked my interest and it is in the junior boys javelin, but a young man by the name of Mason Farquhar is lying in 3rd place at the moment. He's got a fairly good pedigree with his father being one of our top javelin throwers for a long period of time, so I'll be keeping an eye on him even though he's in the junior ranks. He's coming, as I say, he's coming 3rd early on in the competition.
Here is our leader in the triple jump, Jamie Fell. She jumped 11 metres in her first round.
And Brianna, 11 metres is a pretty handy triple jump for girls, but I noticed yesterday our young junior winner, she did 11.81, just missed the record actually, which is 11.84. So these girls got a bit to do to beat the junior girls, mate, right now, haven't they? Obviously the conditions are a bit different and that will be something significant for them, but yeah, it was one of the standout performances we noted down when we were doing a bit of note taking for our New Zealand secondary schools team, which will be named tomorrow. The championship team, there's a paper team named post the championships or after the final event, and around about 50 athletes will be named in that. They get a certificate and a travel voucher or travel award from New Zealand secondary schools to go to another major competition. So yeah, the young senior girls the junior girls looking good with the triple jump spot.
Yeah, well, as you said, the conditions are a little bit different today. Just noting that Jamie Fowles' personal best is 11.87, but has a best jump so far of 11 metres. Looks like those senior girls have quite the headwind to jump into this afternoon, so maybe a factor that's playing into it, but a great jump for our junior girls winner yesterday for sure. Also, just as a bit of a recap of some of the results from earlier, our junior girls shot put winner was Sina Maria Sua from Diocesan Girls with a throw of 15.79. I feel like that could be close to a record possibly. Sounds pretty impressive to me.
Yeah.
And she broke the discus record yesterday, so.
And she threw further than our senior discus girl, so, and
Wow.
I know she's only aged 14, so I'll check that out. She'll be a little bit too young to go to the World Juniors next year, I think. We're going to look at that age clarification at the World Under-20s up in Oregon next year. But yeah, so pretty impressive performances by her. I was actually talking to Walter Gill, who I think helps coach her, and he'd told me that there was someone there, but it looks like there's somebody by the name of Valerie Adams holds the junior girls shot put from back in 1999 at 1670, so she's not too far off it, but so it is an impressive shot though for very
for impressive.
So she's having a good weekend.
Yeah, second to Tikoha Kete Kawhena from Te Puke High School with a throw of 13.14, and then 3rd place to Kiera L. Curtis from Scots College with 12.58. Juliet McKinlay back on the runway for the senior girls triple jump.
I haven't got any distances from round 3, Brianna, have you?
No updated distances at the moment.
I've got round 3. McKinley had 10:45, and we haven't got anything much past that, have we?
No.
And yeah, looking at the winds, which is, as you were commenting on, Brianna, they're looking like they're most of the time around -2 into the headwind. So yeah, a bit unfortunate when the setup was made and the decision was made. The wind was definitely a little bit more in favour the other way, but it has changed, swinging back more to that sort of northwest from what it was earlier, I think.
Yeah.
And to ask a ridiculous question, Tony, I'm assuming that you can't, once you've started, then reverse the way you're going?
No, and those decisions are made. There's been a lot of debate over the years for different things, particularly pole vault and the horizontal jumps, where it does make quite a difference, sometimes with throws like javelin. But, you know, wind conditions can change, and once the event's been set up, usually it has to be set up for a field event around about the 1 hour mark prior, so that athletes come in and can do their prep there. Or at least 50 minutes, which is the call room time, so athletes know. It's very rarely changed, but from time to time there's been reason to change it, and I know that's happened for pole vault before.
Yeah.
Depends on how much clout you have, I think.
Possibly.
Yeah. And what else is going on, of course, in the stadium, so yeah.
Now, on the track, the next senior event is 10 minutes away, and that's the senior boys semi-finals for the 400 metres. And a little later we'll be going to the semis of the senior girls 200 and the second round of the boys 200 at senior level. And in terms of a field event to come, the hammer throwers, senior boys and junior boys going together, I believe.
Yep, and there's no girls semi-finals for 400s. They've gone from.
Oh, okay.
I think if I've got that right, there's senior boys and junior boys 400 semis, but the girls have gone straight to the final from their qualifying rounds.
Okay, correct. Yes, correct. Yes.
Update on the progressions.
I'm sure athletes like Mitre Jager will be relieved by that progression, taking one race off of her long list of things to do this weekend.
She will indeed, yeah.
Ruby Darwin is on the triple jump runway.
That was Ruby Darwin on the triple jump runway. Unfortunate red flag. It looked like a really great jump. She has a great bound phase. Unsure what round we're up to here in the commentary cabin, but as soon as we get those results, we can.
Yeah, I'm going to guess 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But obviously, if there's any distances that change the top 3, that'll be critical, and we are hoping those updates will come through. When they happen, they do tend to come with a rush, so we will keep refreshing, because we are reliant on those. Sahara Slatter out of fielding, I believe, lying second.
There's a bit of debate going on here about a mark by the looks of it. Is it Brianna, you think?
Yeah.
Where exactly is the the last marking in the sand?
Yes, so for anyone at home who isn't sure how the jumps are measured, essentially it's the furthest back mark closest to the track where the official will measure from. Sometimes when athletes do a slide landing, there can be quite a few marks, so you have to determine which mark you think is the furthest one back. Taking our attention back to that junior boys javelin, it looks like that is all done. We will wait for the final results again. But just looking at last year's winner, Otis Neely, is the athlete I'll be with tomorrow morning in the senior boys javelin, who I've been coaching this year. So it was news to me that he won the juniors last year, which is fantastic. So
hadn't told the coach that?
No,
hadn't title holder?
hadn't stated that, no, but I'm not surprised. Hopefully we see a great day tomorrow for some big javelin throws.
Alamia from Kapiti College had what may be her sixth and final jump.
Hard to know, Mark, but just with the live results. But
so I've got Jamie Fell in the triple jumps on 11:38, which is showing us the last mark she did, but it's not showing on her series. But I'm assuming that must be around 4 or 5 mark. Yes. Jamie Fell, so she's still be leading from what we can see.
And she didn't appear. She may have passed the last round because she didn't jump after Sahara Slatter, and we've gone back to the bottom of the order.
that looked like a promising jump there from
Elizabeth Cudby.
I want to say Elizabeth Cudby.
And Juliet McKinley is next. We have her currently lying 5th.
So we've had a track walk going on, I believe, but we haven't spotted that through the stream yet. It was a concurrent track walk between senior girls and junior girls. The juniors were walking 2k and the seniors would have walked 3, but we haven't spotted them walking by even on the track, have we?
No.
So I'm not sure if they had that yet. We should be coming up if that has been held. 4:05 we're due to go for the 400 semis for senior boys.
It is underway. I can see a walker out there just passing through.
You're looking out the window. Well done. Oh, there we got someone on the screen now. Well done, cameraman, for help on one of our monitors here. That's awesome. But we've got Juliet McKinley on the runway here, live at the triple jump. Oh no! Tell us about that one, Brianna.
Run through there. I think it looks like she might have just lost her footing a little bit, or just didn't quite have enough momentum. Looks like she's going off the 9-metre board, so obviously you've got 9 metres to then be able to get into the pit, and she's clearly decided that she might not make it in.
She sort of collapsed a bit on one of the lands, didn't she?
Yeah. So a loss of footing can be really tricky with triple jump as well, because you need to be so strong on your contact to be able to transfer your momentum forward again. This looks like Lulu Dufty from Whanganui High School.
Oh, having a bit of trouble as well.
Yes.
Limping away a bit too, isn't she? It's pretty hard on your body, triple jump, isn't it?
Such a hard event on your body, yes. The knees, the joints, just, oh. Looks like Ruby Darwin may have passed, so we now have Zahara Slatter from Fielding High School on the runway. Best jump of 10.88 and personal best of 10.97. That looks like a better attempt. White flag as well.
So I've got a result that Elizabeth Cudby looked like she did 11:03, so that would probably move her up in the previous.
Okay.
So,
Certainly.
Yeah, we thought that jump looked
pretty
promising.
good. And then, as you said, we've just saw. So getting the results a little bit spasmodically, but we're trying our best to get the results to you viewers.
So you're getting
at
them
home.
on your phone, Tony? Is this a
sort
special
of
president's phone that we don't have access to?
Yeah, could be.
Slowly but surely.
Maybe Spark's better than one or
Oh,
something. I'm not really sure.
no. This is Ruby Darwin here now from Golden Bay.
Okay, so we might have had a slight change in order with the final few rounds, with Ruby jumping after Zahara.
Blocks being put in place for the 400 metres. Senior boys semi-finals coming up on the track. And we have 3 of them.
Jamie Fowle lining up here. Nope.
They're all struggling a bit, and is that? Do you think that's the wind chopping them round a bit on their takeoffs?
Yes.
Because it sort of also looks like it's a little bit of a side-on wind at the moment at times, is it?
Yeah, I'd say that the wind is probably just causing the athletes a little bit of trouble. And then also they had such a large field number as well. It's a long time to be out there, especially in an event like triple jump that is quite demanding on the body. So, yeah.
It started off with 19 competitors, I think, wasn't it? So,
Which is a great field size for triple jump competition.
We have 3 semi-finals coming up here for the senior boys 400 metres. The finals at 20 to 2 tomorrow afternoon in the last session of competition. So we'll have the first 2 in each heat and 2 fastest times to make their way through to the final.
and going by what we know should have happened with lane draws, it means that our form runners should be coming from the middle lanes based on their qualifying in the heats.
Indeed, and it's interesting because from their personal bests there's about 4 of them who are very, very similar, so should be a very competitive first heat. James McGregor will have lane 1 out of Whanganui High, Sam Hardy in 2, St Andrews College, Zach Walton in 3, Christchurch Boys High, Kieran Lawson in 4, St Peter's School, Cambridge, lane 5, Daniel Mandengu out of Te Paepae Aotea, lane 6, Max Lua, St Patrick's College at Silverstream, 7, Harrison Day, Auckland Grammar School, and Charlie McLeod in lane 8 from Dilworth. Tough conditions for the 400 here this afternoon with the wind, Brianna.
Yeah, I guess the beauty of running a full lap is that at least on one side of the track you're going to get a tailwind, so they'll be looking forward to the home straight.
It's looking like they'll get a bit of a good breeze behind them to get going across the bend as well.
Underway in the first of 3. Charlie McLeod the outside in lane 8 as they hit the top bend. He's got a kick too, even though he's in the widest lane.
It's going to be interesting to see as they straighten up. It looks like it's fairly even with the first four by the look of it.
So McLeod lane 8, Harrison Day lane 7, Daniel Mandingu looking to come through.
Top two, so that's cleared out the top two, haven't they? And it's
Harrison
gonna be tight.
Day and Daniel Mandingu top 2, and through in lane 4, Kieran Lawson.
Ahead of Max Lure.
To qualify on time.
Personal best there for Harrison Day. Thought that looked like a strong run from him from the outside lane, 49.79. Daniel Mandingu with a time of 50.12, also a personal best. Kieran Lawson also a personal best. An array of personal bests for the top 3 runners there.
And importantly, that time for Kieran Lawson is 51.24, and for Zach Walton, 52.47.
So on the screen we can see the medal ceremony for our senior boys high jump.
From the deep south, Isaiah Brown.
Yep, Hutt International's got to be happy with that result too. 2 people on the podium.
I'm pretty happy as General Manager of Athletics Wellington to see
well,
2 boys there.
There you go.
Milo to the left and Asher to the right.
Yeah, and it's good because they've been competing regularly and making sure they're in good shape for this competition. So, yeah.
I think at the senior girls triple jump we might have had a change of lead.
Oh.
Zahara Slatter with a jump of 11.35, as far as we can see, is the furthest jump so far. Unofficial results, of course. We'll wait for those confirmed results to come through. And then just the final result of the junior boys javelin as well. Winning throw of 54.15 by Ilakai Manuel from Birkenhead College. A 7 metre personal best by the looks of it. Second place Jake Boyd, Christ College, 48.92. And third to Mason Farquhar with a throw of 48.37.
Namihi Brianna.
So Brianna, you were saying a change of lead in the girls triple. I saw 11.35 for Slatter.
Yes.
Is that what you were saying?
Yes.
So, and Fell's got currently
11.03.
11.03 was she? Yeah, okay.
I'll let you update that as we get to the second of 3 semi-finals. Charles Hallett from Auckland Grammar in lane number 4 with the best personal best here. Outside him, Timothy Wallace, George Kennedy, William Rolfe in lane 7, Patrick Dawson in lane number 8. And it's the outside lanes that are dominating this semi-final.
3 sub 50 runners here in this semi-final. Charles Howlett looks like he will be in the lead coming onto the home straight.
He's in lane 4. Good battle on for the second qualifier. William Rolfe is pulling clear though.
Strong finish on the outside, yes.
And then George Kennedy third and Tim Wallace fourth, looking for times fast enough to get them through, which would have to be faster than 51.22 and 52.47.
So Howlett has had a personal best of 48 and low. Obviously a name that we are familiar with in our sporting pedigree.
Yes.
And,
Doug Howlett's son.
And of course his father was an exceptional sprinter, high hurdler when he was at high school, so good to see Doug's got young Charles running a bit further than what he did probably.
Yes.
I can't remember Doug running too many 400s when he was
I don't
running.
think so. As you'd expect, Charles is an incredible rugby player, as was Doug.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard, Doug is pretty adamant that he wants his children to continue in athletics for high school, as he did. Then should rugby call their name, then that's okay. But athletics is the place to go during high school.
Does Doug still have the record for the most number of tries for the All Blacks? He's up
He
there.
does at the moment.
Yeah.
Will Jordan's getting close, isn't he, I think?
Just back to that previous, George Kennedy 50.19 and Tim Wallace 50.43 are now the fastest two times through the first two semi-finals. So the runners in this final semi looking to better 50.43. And the field going to the blocks. So we've got one withdrawal in lane 2. Elliot Willis in lane 1. Lane 2 will be vacant. Lane 3, Benji Faircliff. Lane 4, Henry Severe. Lane 5, Barnaby Todd. Lane 6, Lord Crerar. Max Dudinsky in lane 7. And Henry Hills in lane number 8. Henry Severe does have a 49.47 PB set recently. He's in the middle of the track in the Christchurch Boys High blue as they're called from their blocks.
Mags Boy in lane 3, Benjamin Fairclough. He's got a time of just on 50 points, so he'll probably be wanting to see if he can go quicker today. See the wind's fluctuating a bit, but local boy Hunter Lyford from Taradale High in lane 2.
He's been scratched,
He has been
unfortunately.
scratched, not on the blocks in there.
So the blocks are there.
Haven't put a reserve in either, so it must have been quite a late decision. You have the ability to put reserves through if they are there and ready and waiting.
So underway in the third of the semi-finals for the senior boys 400 metres. Henry Sevier in lane number 4 has quickly made up ground on Barnaby Todd to the outside. The outside three runners going strongly, particularly Max Dudinsky in lane number 7, and underneath him Lloyd Crerar. And Henry Sevier closing up on them quite quickly. Benji Faircliff also running into this race on the stagger.
Yeah.
Henry Severe will take over on the stagger coming to the corner. Benji Faircliff's made up a stack of ground there.
He's doing real well in lane 3, Fairclough. Sevier, see his brother, I'm assuming, from Christchurch, performed pretty well in the middle distances, taking the school title, so good to see Henry at 400 metres.
Sevier and Faircliff through, Max Dudinsky and Henry Hills, I think the others looking to break the time at 50.05 for the winner, so 50.90 for Benji. So Lloyd Crerar's come in at 51.27 and Max Dudinsky at 51.63. So it'll be the two runners out of the middle semi-final, George Kennedy and Tim Wallace, that will go through with 50.19 and 50.43. That is all unofficial. Doing it on the fly, but we'll confirm shortly.
Yes, unofficially, as Mark says, it looks like Charles Howlett with 49.60 is the top qualifier going through to tomorrow's final.
Long jump medal ceremony taking place, and another time on the podium for Asher Robertson out of Hutt International Boys.
I believe we'll see him again in the 110 metre hurdles tomorrow. Possibly the 300
and the 300
hurdles as well.
I think, yes.
How many events can athletes enter at New Zealand secondary schools?
We don't have a limit as such, other than that I think there's a limit on the younger ones for how many sprint events they can do.
Right.
And we try to make the timetable so that young athletes don't overtax themselves with doubles that are not necessarily not necessarily the best for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for example, we try not to let athletes do too many 200s and 400s, because if they end up having to do 3 or 4 rounds in both, that's a lot of races over the weekend for that anaerobic state for them to have to tolerate for young athletes.
Yes, especially in conditions like this where it's hot and dry heat.
Yeah, so come tomorrow afternoon when the finals come around, there'll be the athletes that have managed themselves over the weekend that are going to come through if they've been competing on a regular basis in different heats and qualifying. So the body will start to fatigue, there's no doubt about that.
Out on the field, it's hammer time. How many hammer throwers we got in the commentary box right now?
Not too many of us. So we should be calling up Kirsten, but I think she's busy out there coaching, isn't she?
Yes, I believe so. Now, we do have a mix here. So in the senior boys, we do have a field of 9 who are competing, and the junior boys are also going to throw with them too, I believe, and there's 10 of them. If we're according to schedule. So I think the juniors are starting off. And looking forward in terms of the track, in about quarter of an hour we'll have the semi-finals of the senior girls, 3 of those over the 200 metres, and round 2 for the senior boys 200 metres. We will have 4 of those. Does give us an opportunity to take a quick break, and we'll catch you on the other side. Our broadcast brought to you on Whakaata Māori, and we thank them for bringing this live stream to us free of charge and accessible no matter wherever you are in the country. We'd like to thank Te Taro Whiri for the valuable mahi they are doing to support Te Reo Māori commentary and development. Ngā mihi nui, your support is certainly making a difference. Mā te wā, back soon.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Food is your medicine. If you really want good health, know where your food's coming from.
We wanted our children to grow up in the wilderness. The world needs kids like that.
Māori have always understood the best way to live on this harsh land. We can hold on to our tikaka, our practices, our traditions, and bring them into this day and age.
Global warming is incredibly serious. We need to cut emissions, but we need to also absorb carbon out of the atmosphere. Growing trees is the only tool we have in the toolbox for taking carbon out of the atmosphere that we can do at scale. Pinus radiata takes carbon out of the atmosphere at about 5 to 10 times the rate of native planting. And so what Nativa are doing is planting the Pinus radiata to absorb the carbon, and then they're transitioning that forest into native forest so that we get the biodiversity benefit.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Get the MāORI Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make MāORI Plus your mate and stream now.
Hey. Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
In lane 4, Max Handish from Whanganui Collegiate. In lane 5 is Ryan Quinn from Nelson College. Lane 6, Connor Bowen from Scots College. And in lane 7, Michael Bates from Te Aho o Te Kura Punamu. And in lane 8, Lulana Sal from Auckland Grammar School. Looks like Connor Bowen from Scots is having an amazing performance today, as well as Ryan Quinn on his inside from Nelson College. Looks like goes over the top turn and will be a clip for that third spot.
No mai hoki mai. Welcome back to our coverage here on Whakata Māori, our streaming service of the 52nd New Zealand Secondary Schools Association Athletics Championship, as we showcase kayaka athletics, track and field. Ko Mark Rosanoski aho, with me Kai. Pokaiho, you're back.
I'm fortunate enough being the young newbies to have some extra breaks throughout our days. Engari, ko hoki mai ki tēnei o ngā kaupapa nui a te pāpao ho, ke konei kei Mitre Park, kei here taunga i tēnei wā. I believe what's coming up is going to be the 200 metres semis, it is?
Yes, semis for the senior girls, and it's round 2 of the senior boys. They've got to go through 4 rounds, as they do with the 100 as well. So the 100, 200, those who are advancing right through, they're doing 4 rounds of each.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that sounds even more tiring. Exactly. Going full speed, it's a balance between saving your stamina or just going full throttle.
Anyway, we've missed you, Kai, and I want to know how do I say I've missed you in Māori?
There's not really a I miss you, and nah, not really in the sense of I miss you, but it's been long. Ko roa te wā.
Ko roa te wā.
Yeah, that's what you would probably say. Or you could say aroha nui to me, Mark, if you wish to. You could say,
nui.
Yeah, ka whai. I love that.
And Brianna Stevenson with us as well, our heptathlete champion, and across, it's more than 7 events you've got knowledge of, Brianna, because you're hanging around athletes all the time, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'd like to think it's only 7, but it's funny what you pick up when placed in this position, but behind the microphone and the screen, things that you've picked up over the years that you didn't realise.
How closely have you witnessed the hammer throwers who've been pressing your nose to the cage?
Definitely not that close, no. I haven't seen a lot of hammer throw, although we have some great hammer throwers in New Zealand at the moment, doing very well. Lauren Bruce, obviously. We've got some male hammer throwers as well. Anthony, 2 Anthonys actually.
There is 2 Anthonys. Yes. Nobilo, he's been consistent for a very long time.
Yes, yep.
Anthony Nobilo, and they're sort of hovering around that sort of 70 metres constantly.
Yes.
Consistent throws each season.
And Anthony Barnes, I believe, and they kind of go head to head, back and forth, taking the national title, which keeps it exciting. It
does. Battle of the Anthonys. And I think Anthony Barnes spent a bit of time in America there.
Yeah, he was at college.
Yeah.
Duke, I think. I'm testing my knowledge there, but yeah.
But it's positively frightening to me, the hammer.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh no, same. Yes, I was just looking through it whilst on break, and I was like, wow, like this actually seems more scary than a shot put or a javelin or a discus.
Because it can take control of you.
Yes.
And I've even seen some of the better throwers in New Zealand. You can lose control, and they probably know how to get out of it, or to minimise the risk. But there is risk.
There's most definitely a strategy to keep, keep calm and keep control in those moments, which I'm sure there would be some strategies that maybe none of us yet to know right now. Yeah, get the point.
No, shaking my head, unfortunately. Where's Kirsten when you need her?
Yes, well, she's busy
with
her coaching duties, and we've been so lucky to have Kirsten for a couple of really good sessions across the first 2 days, and we'll have Kirsten back tomorrow. And over in the back straight, something dear to your heart, Brianna, with the 200 metres. These are semi-finals for the senior girls. They're going to have 3 rounds, 4 rounds for the boys, and in the first heat here, we're going to see Kendra Scully, who's been in sharp form across the 100 and the 200 thus far.
Yes, absolutely. Kendra's going from lane 6. The rest of our field, lane 1, Zara Bint from Mount Albert. Lane 2, Sienna Wright from Craighead Diocesan. Lane 3, Daisy Goodman from Paraparaumu. Lane 4, Mia Bentley, Long Bay College. Lane 5, Hannah Hickson, John Paul College. Lane 7, Maya Masters, Waitakere College. And lane 8, Ruby Simon from Christchurch Girls. So I believe 2 of our strong runners, both in the 100 and the 200, are in lane 6 and lane 7, Kendra Scully and Maya Masters.
Alright, koe ranga ingoa I te tiro ana e au. Those are the names that I picked out just from what I've heard today and yesterday. Seeing Kendra
and Maya both advancing in the 100 metres just a matter of a few hours ago. In terms of the short course sprints, Brianna, is it relatively easy to back up from a 100 metres?
I don't know if I'd go so far as saying easy, but it's a bit more manageable, definitely. I would prefer to run a 100 before a 200 than a 200 before the 100, because the lactic acid is real after a 200. Yes. So, I'm sure a lot of them would prefer this order of events as well.
So going to the blocks for heat number 1.
Alright, kia matara ko hine mā.
Kendra Scully, lane 6.
Just keeping an eye on that 200 metre record of 23.91. Kendra ran low 24s in the heat, has a personal best of 23.52, so definitely a record to keep an eye on this weekend.
And very quickly making up the stagger on the runners on the outside, that include Maya Masters, who's out there in lane 7. First 2 will go through automatically, and they are the leading 2, Kendra and Maya at the moment, and 2 fastest times required as well. Coming through in lane 4, Mia Bentley, and in lane 5, Hannah Hickson will await their times.
Ka mau te wehi ko hine mā, ko tera te wangatua tahi. First heat there. And what were you saying about the 4 rounds of it, Mark?
So 3 for the girls and 4 rounds for the boys. Kendra's just recorded 23.97 there. So
easing over the line as well. You may have noticed her start to taper a little bit in the last 5 to 10 metres. So yes, 23.97, getting dangerously close to that New Zealand Secondary Schools 200 metre record that I mentioned earlier, set in 2002. I'm almost confident that if we have some good conditions tomorrow, that we should definitely see that 200 metre record go down, touch wood. A great semi-final from Kendra.
Maya Masters has recorded a personal best there, I understand. And the times for 3rd and 4th I've actually just lost, but we'll recap them when we can.
I can help you out there.
Good.
Mark. Yeah, Maya Masters with a personal best of 24.48. Those first 2 will automatically qualify for the final. Then our 3rd and 4th place getters with times of 25.42, personal best by Mia Bentley, and 25.73. So these next 2 semi-finals, the next 2 fastest athletes will be looking to run faster than 25.42 and 25.73.
And she's saying it make it sound so easy, but oh my gosh, the amount of training and effort kua puru atu ēnei kohine ki roto I ngā whakataitai have they've worked hard for this.
Defending champion Mia Dejaga is in this current semi-final, the second one. She is in lane 5 and making up ground quickly around the corner. Out there in lane 7, Ingrid Stripling running strongly as well, looking to secure a top 2. Sasha Kilmister closer in, is going okay. Mia Dejaga will comfortably get through. I think maybe Sasha Kilmister narrowly second, and close up there too was number 651 Kenzie Bowden.
Personal best for Kenzie Bowden for that second automatic qualifier spot, 25.71. So that will tell us the third and fourth place getters from semi-final 1 are safe so far to progress to the final. Mia Jaga's winning time of 24.74. Also easing over the line, as you will have seen. She's had a very busy weekend with plenty more racing to do tomorrow in the 100, 200 and the 400 metres.
While we're awaiting those minor placings to be confirmed there, the third semi-final list going up there before your eyes. Very close. Kenzie Bowden's been listed as second, third and fourth was very close there, and nothing further has come through.
There's a small chance I might have got a little ahead of myself. As we said, we wait for the official result, and because those times are taking a little while to load, there could be a change.
Kenzie Bowden second, Sasha Kilmister, who I thought might have just dipped in ahead of Kenzie but didn't, 2 100ths of a second back, and then 1 100th of a second to Enzel Gowes. So. And of course, when it's the top 2 going through, those 2 100ths of a second are critical, particularly when you're outside the times of the first heat. But I think you mentioned 25.73, so Sasha Kilmister will be equal there, and we can talk about what might happen on the other side of semi-final number 3.
He pātai tāku mō ngā kāku. Just have a question in terms of the clothes for the females. I see that they have different underwear being worn. Is there any specific rule based on that, or is it just preference on what they tō rātou here what they want?
Yeah, so it's all personal preference, I guess. So you've got your briefs, the underwear or the rundies, as some athletes, some athletes will call them, or your shorts. Just typically it has to align with your school colours.
Oh, no. Okay.
So depending on if your school has a crop top or a singlet, you'll wear your school colours on top, and then whether it's a black bottom or a blue, that's how you decide what bottoms you're able to wear.
Oh, ngā mihi.
Caitlin Black is in lane 6 in this upcoming heat, and Maddie Early is in lane 7. They have 2 of the fastest PBs here, and Maddie Early running strongly in lane number 7 coming to the corner. Caitlin Black, and just underneath her Hope Bowler aiming for the top 2 finish, but the runners in lane 6 and 7 looking to be pulling clear. Caitlin Black, and just probably ahead of her Maddie Early.
Those 2 going all the way to the line. Looks like Maddie Early's winning time of 24.56. Caitlin Black in second with 24.60.
Now Hope Bowler with 25 and 42 is going to match Mia Bentley, and they'll be the 2 to go through, so that'll save us the discussion on what would have happened.
Yeah,
Brianna.
What could have been. Those are our fastest 2 qualifiers. Hope Bowler with 25.42 and Mia Bentley with the same time there, as you said, 25.42. So that will be our senior girls 200 metre final tomorrow afternoon.
And now we have 4 round 2 heats for the senior boys. Summaries come up here with Kendra, Maya, Maddie, Caitlin, Mia, Hope, another Mia Bentley, and Kenzie Bowden.
Just seeing Kendra up there, and they're a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, and they're both with the 100 and 200, which come up tomorrow. And for the senior boys, still 2 rounds, semis and final for the 100 tomorrow, semis and final for the 200 tomorrow, should they make it. And here for round 2, 4 heats, which means the first 3 going through automatically, and then the 4 fastest times. And in the first heat, Dominic Dube, who has been running very consistently and strongly across the weekend, will start from lane number 6. His best is 22.04 set recently, which is the fastest in here, but a number in the 22s, including David Mendengu, who'll start from lane 8, Julian Seibin in lane 7, and Zach Nanestead in lane 5. Niue runner in here as well, Joshua Buckner. He'll start from lane number 4.
So 4 quarterfinals here, top 3 per heat, automatically progressing through to the semi-finals, and then it'll be the next 4 fastest times for the senior boys 200 metres.
Taking to their blocks. And underway in the first of 4 in the second round heats for the 200 metres senior boys. Dominic Dube is forward, so is Zach Nanestead just underneath him, and to Dominic's outside, Julian Seibin and David Mendengu looking for top 3 qualification. Dominic will come through and win from Julian, and Zach will take the 3rd automatic qualifying spot, and David Mendengu 4th. We'll check out his time.
Dominic, rua te kaumārua, rua te kau, 22.20.
Following wind of plus 2.5 there.
Oh, it's crazy the amount of work wind does, eh?
Yeah.
How it plays its part in all this.
Yeah, so the wind gauge will be set up at the 50 metre mark on the 100 metre home straight, and the way that it works is an average wind reading will be taken through the duration of the race.
Okay.
So an average of positive 2.5 for that previous quarterfinal.
So David Mendengu's time there was 22.80. We are taking the 4 fastest times, so theoretically they could all come out of that heat. Very unlikely, of course, but theoretically at this stage. And in heat number 2, we'll see Troy Waldrum go from lane number 5. He's been running quickly across the weekend. We expect him to be prominent here from St Patrick's College Silverstream. Zach Kimmins has a very quick personal best of 22.10. He's out in lane 6 next to Troy. That's the battle of the St Patrick's colleges there, because Zach's from St Patrick's Town. And there is a rivalry, it's real.
Yeah, I bet it is. Noah King there as well in lane 7 with a personal best of 21.84. So looks like the lanes to watch might be our 3 outside lanes.
And I'm glad you spotted that.
Yeah. Oh. Looked like we might have a false start from lane 4. As you said this morning, Mark, we haven't seen too many of those, which is good to see. It's always, a little bit disappointing with only having one opportunity with your block start. You used to get a warning.
Yes.
Back in the day, but no, not anymore.
Sometimes there are mitigating circumstances which may be taken into consideration from the officials, and people would sort of argue the case if they could, but unfortunately not this time. Same as with the false start a little earlier, so it is automatic disqualification unless there are any circumstances that the officials deem could overturn that decision, but not on this occasion, unfortunately.
There's also a 30-minute period after the races are complete where your team manager could put in a protest if you felt it was unfair, but then comes the challenge of having to run by yourself to try and progress.
Indeed.
He pai tērā he ture kia whakai I tērā momo mai. There's like a rule set in place for this type of, I guess, mishaps.
Yes.
Indeed. Troy Waldrum's run a good bend there underneath Noah King, and between them Zach Kimmins. This is a strong heat here, and Noah King will take first, and Zach and Troy able to just ease down because they were comfortably through as a top three.
Don't know if you saw what the clock stopped at as the boys crossed the line. It was 1943.
I was looking at it and I was wow, I witnessed history today. Carl, I don't know
not quite. 21:98 looks like the official time there for Noah King, which, given how much he eased, is a great time in the quarterfinals here. Positive 3.6 wind. We'll wait the final results for the other placings. Troy Waldron there, 22:28. Same time for Zach Kimmins, so those three will automatically progress through to the next round.
And Ethan Hole there with 22:49. David Mandingo was fourth in 22:80 in that first heat. Birdie Bota at 23:69. Just on Troy and Zach there, their time was actually exact to the 1,000th of a second, which is not bad going. 22.271, if anybody's interested. And we'll move on to heat 3 of 4. This is the second round of the senior boys 200 metres. And here, Asher Boyd in lane 1 from Dilworth, 2 Finley McDonald out of Tauranga. Lane 4, Lucas Stevens, Christchurch Boys High. One of our Fijian visitors out of Filakala Bay, Joshua Raulu Dusia. Remy Symington from Kristen School, and James Lowther, St Peter's School in Cambridge. Finley McDonald at 22:10, 22:13 from Lucas Stevens as they get underway. And the Fijian competitor Joshua Raulu Dusia has made a strong start as well, with Remy Symington to his outside and James Lowther right around the outside. Lane 7 vacant for this, but we are looking wide here. Remy Symington coming through strongly, battles for second and third with James Lowther and Lucas Stevens just ahead, I think, of the Fijian.
Ai mutu wawe nei a Remy I te wā rua te kaumarua ira toru ono, 22.36 for Remy.
Lowther second, Stevens third.
Puts him in 5th place across the board.
And our director's getting really sharp with slow motion replays.
Our 4th place getter there, our Fijian athlete Joshua Raulu Dusia with 22:91, which should put him maybe as a 3rd fastest qualifier at the moment. One final quarterfinal for this senior boys 200 metres, and then it'll all become clear who our 4th fastest qualifiers are.
And this is a full field with Jack O'Neill out of St Kevin's College out of Oamaru in the beautiful north Otago, Richard Sulafoa and Simeone Lukabuka, both from Lakala Bay, Fiji. Olafar Barnett from ACG Strathallan, Noel Ham Christchurch Boys, Finn Hawkins Christchurch Boys, Noah Moss King's College, and Ollie Collier from Tauranga in the outside.
He rawe te ki te ngā whanaunga mai tā wāhi. It's amazing to see the young cousins from across the Pacific.
Finn Hawkins in lane 6 with best personal best I can see here at 22:33. Noah Moss 22:71. Lane 6 and 7 here. quite an even start. Lane 7, Noah Moss quickly up onto Ollie Collier's shoulder, and now coming through underneath him, Finn Hawkins. So they run the stagger. Boys in lane 6 and 7 establishing a break. Good lineup for the others in behind. Coming through lane 4, Oliver Barnett. For our 3 automatic qualifiers.
Clear top 3 there. And we will wait to see what the next 4 fastest times are. Personal best from Noah Moss in second there with 22.50. Our winner Finn Hawkins 22.36, and third place Oliver Barnett with 22.76.
Alright, he ori te Finn Hawkins kia Remy with both having 22.36 together. It was quite awesome to see.
Courageous run from Noah there. Brianna, given that it was his personal best, he really went hard from the blocks. He obviously knew that he'd probably have to run close to PB to qualify.
Yeah, no, great run there to secure his spot in the semi-finals tomorrow morning. We'll wait for some confirmed results.
In lane 5, Una Carter from Berlin College. In lane 6 is MΑORI from St. Peter's School.
Always like to see the big cues and the little cues before I get too excited about who might be in the final.
Yeah.
But Noah King, the sub-22 second fastest qualifier there with 21.98. Dominic Dube continuing his fine weekend, 22.20. And then Zach Kimmins and Troy Waldrum both with that 22.28. And Remy Symington and Finn Hawkins. They are the last track events that we will take this afternoon. There's a second round of junior girls and junior boys to wrap up the track program, and we'll see what we can pick up from the hammer throw. The junior boys and senior boys going at the same time. Let's see if we can get a senior boys update here.
Just going back to the senior girls triple jump, which we were speaking about earlier, we have an unofficial result. Looks like the protest window is open for 10 minutes before we get a confirmed result, but just to give everyone an update on how that competition went. First, we had Jamie Fowle from Hamilton Girls High School with a jump of 11.38 into a -3 win, so they were definitely challenged by the winds on the back straight this afternoon. Second, Zahara Slatter from Fielding High School with a jump of 11.35, so small margins there between those two competitors. And then third place, Elizabeth Cudby from Te Paipai o Aotea with a jump of 11.03.
Kirikiriroa kei runga.
Te Paipai o Aotea from Kirikiriroa as well, or
Te Paipai o Aotea, that's not a good I've heard of.
some geography lessons today.
Oh, is that Hawera?
Yeah, Hawera.
Yeah,
Okay.
which I have trouble saying, to be fair.
I'd say Elizabeth's probably under Ed Fern in Hawera, jumps coach down there, across there.
Scared me, made
Across.
me think I didn't know Kirikiriroa. I was frightened for a second.
No.
Just having a look at an update for the boys' hammer. Brianna, have you got anything there? Because I can't actually find any recorded throws. We know that it's happening. Started.
I mean, they could be still
While
warming
ago.
up, possibly.
Certainly the junior boys were going at the same time, but I haven't actually got anything listed live for them either, but it's clearly happening over there in the cage. So let's see if we can get the confirmed top 4 fastest outside the automatic qualifiers in the 200. So looks like, again, I'm just a bit reluctant to go without the large cues, little cues. in case I make a mistake and either make someone's day or ruin someone's day.
We don't want that.
Who's watching the broadcast without going through them all manually. But we are close to wrapping up. We'll try though and just see what is going on at the hammer throw. We have had some delays with distances coming through, unfortunately, this afternoon for the field events.
Based on today's and yesterday's events, Kai, what events are you looking forward to tomorrow? We should have a few finals on the cards.
Finals is going to be very entertaining. Well, I've been finding tēnei weekend e katoa kua pai rawa ki au hikaka katoa na te ngākau is just extremely happy and grateful to be here for the entire kayaka days, kayaka weekend we've had got going on. But tomorrow, let's see, probably honestly anything to do with 200 meters and maybe even our 100 meters, seeing the finals for those will be very, very entertaining. I've seen how fast our kohine and our tamatane have been i tēnei rā for our semis, so seeing them go face to face is going to be something real entertaining to be able to watch. Yeah.
Brianna, for you?
Probably in a similar boat there. Looking forward to seeing our hurdle finals as well. Missed those this morning, so yeah, excited to see how our competitors do there in the 110 and 100 metre hurdles for our seniors. And then also the senior girls long jump being one of my favourite events. Excited to see how they go. And as I said, a few athletes that I know from being multi-eventers, but then also one of my training partners as well who will be in both of those events. So I will be cheering her on as well. You, Mark?
For me, probably the 800 metre final. Sam Ruth and Joe Martin, I think, could really turn something on. And obviously Sam has had such a strenuous day today, taking on that 1500 record and completing it, and also a New Zealand under 20 record today. If you missed that a little earlier on, something truly extraordinary. Just back to that 200. Now I think I can be. In fact, the queues have just gone up. Thank you. So Ethan Hole, 22:49, actually puts him 8th fastest, but because of the heat that he was in, he had to get through on time. David Mandingu will also qualify on time, as will Joshua Raulu-Dusia out of Fiji. Congratulations. And Noel Ham will be the final time qualifier with 22:95. And I guess, Brianna, that also highlights, depending on what heat you're in, if you've got 3 fast runners automatically qualifying, and Ethan Hole clearly did, had to pull out a 22:49, actually makes him the 8th fastest qualifier into the semis.
Yeah, it definitely makes a difference who you've got in your quarterfinal, semi-final, whatever it is. And as we saw in that 800 metre semi with Sam Ruth, similar thing there where they took it pretty easy through that first lap, and unfortunately the next 2 fastest were just not quite on the pace that was needed to be the next fastest qualifiers.
Now, just with the hammer throw, if you want to follow that competition, the results through, then check out Athletic Live. At the moment, I'm not finding any updates there, but they will be updated. So just keep your eye on that. That is the only senior competition that is remaining at present. And we have junior girl, junior boys, 200 metres, second round, wrapping up the track. So it'll be time for us to say farewell for the evening. I've been Mark Rosanowski, and I still will be tomorrow. Brianna Stevenson alongside me. Thank you again, Brianna. Ngā mihi.
Shout out.
And to take us out, Kai Short.
Ka whai, no reira, ai, komitsu katoa, ngā mahi mo te rānei te whānau. Ka re roa ka puta mai, ngā whainara a pōpō e wau, finals a pōpō. So, nui te hikaka, mā te wā.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass on.